opinionated man. Opinionated man does one opinionated man. One opinionated man. One opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an unopinionated man. Unopinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of unopinionated men.
Did you like my YouTube poop? I did. One opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of one opinionated man. I can play with my toys a bit longer.
Opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of chance and if I had against an army.
My favorite part. Hold on, it's gonna make one for the audio.
My show bombs in it's my favorite.
Breakfast betrayal. Pancakes bitter in my mouth. Yet I ate seven. You set an army against those who are me. You three took the opposite of forgive. Yet I forgive.
Sorry, you're gonna hear me like say all these words like 30 times tonight. You need to be ready for that. I'm like just emotionally preparing you for how much I'm gonna be going. One opinionated man. And just shit like that. Hello. Look into the tier list stream. We're doing this because I had Mario Wonder multiplayer scheduled for tonight. But we beat it last time we played it, so I need to do something else. So we're doing the thing, the most washed thing you could be doing, which is a tier list stream. And we're gonna be ranking things. We're gonna be talking about. I just like talking about things, and I think these kind of tier list streams tend to be good to just like talk about stuff. I'm a bit of a chit chatter. Just kind of a low key night. I imagine a lot of people are saving their stream bucks to watch like the Sonic Shadow streams that'll be happening like in a few hours. But consider me the pre-show. Consider me the pre-show. So I didn't buy that. I bought Mario Party instead because I'm 4. I'm saying this like there's a huge age gap difference between like Mario and Sonic. Like, oh, I didn't buy Sonic because I'm 4 and I played Mario instead. Like, the same age demographic. I don't need to feel shame. But I'm gonna pull up like a video game soundtrack or something. As we do this, just as background. Let's see. Oh, this one looks pretty good.
One opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of tweens.
That was pretty, maybe we need something else. Songs to occupy an empty noggin. Alright. Shut up, I don't want to buy the PS5. Oh wait, no, it's the code for Sonic and Shadow. Okay. Sorry, this one's for the big boys. Shadow the Hedgehog is cool and badass. Mario sucks his thumb like a baby. Nuh-uh! Nuh-uh! Okay. Get everything on screen. I wanted to start with maybe a chunky one, so it's all about that engagement now. So you had to get your hot takes in. So what is this image that's on screen? Oh, it's Mr. Krabs. Sorry. So we're gonna be doing Cartoon Network shows first, and I'm gonna be as brutally honest as possible doing this. I don't think I've ever talked about like just my full opinion on all these shows. I've like thought about doing a video like that before, but I do not have time to make videos, so I can do that now. Did your donation come in? Oh yeah, let me have PayPal open so I can check that every once in a while. I don't need a passkey. I'm good. I do see a donation. I don't know if there was like a note, like a message attached to it. Oh, here we go. Use tips. Yeah, you know, whatever message you had, just you know, whatever you wanted me to do, just tell me in chat and I'll do it. But give me 1 second here. I'm gonna let everyone know we're doing Cartoon Network first. Starting with the juicy one, I guess. Hawk-Tua episode rater? Hawk-Tua episode rater? You're gonna get a nothing like commentary over that. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for that. There's gonna be nothing for me to say. I'm gonna be ranking them based like on the thumbnail. Okay, one more second here. Okay. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. I'm gonna be like brutally honest with my Cartoon Network opinions tonight. You know, if you've come for the hot takes, you've come to the right place. Okay. How do you rank the Moxie show? It's like bumpers. Like, how do you rank it? They're nice bumpers. I haven't seen a ton of it though, so I feel like haven't seen is just like the true, honest answer here. I don't know how to rank it otherwise because it's just bumpers. Space Ghost Coast to Coast is probably low-key one of the most important. It's funny it's here because it's technically a Cartoon Network show, but it's like really an Adult Swim show. It's a bit out of place here. It might low-key be one of the most important shows. Not even low-key, it probably just is one of the most important shows here, though. I think more so towards Adult Swim than Cartoon Network, though. I think this one really defined what Adult Swim would go on to. I'm gonna put an A. I feel like there's too many tiers here, also. I need to get we don't need an E tier. I'm not gonna be using the E tier ever. I know all of these, so I don't remember. What a Cartoon's another weird one to rank because it is a group of pilots that become shows. Like, you can see, like, Cow from Cow and Chicken, like, right there in the What a Cartoon thing. I almost just don't even want to rank this one. I feel like it barely counts. It's not a show. It's a demonstration for pilots, which is cool. Which is definitely, like, cool and neat. But I don't have much, like, I don't know how to rank this. Okay, here we go. Now we get to, like, the first, like, real Cartoon Network show. Dexter's Lab. I feel like there was a point in time where, I maybe undervalued Dexter's Lab a bit. 'Cause sometimes I think about those later seasons that have, like, the really weak episodes. Like, the awesome, golfing episode. You know, awesome dad golfing episode. But, Dexter's Lab in its first half, like, when I've gone back to rewatch it, I think holds up, like, incredibly well. I think it's still absurdly funny a lot of the time. It's really sharp. It might still be my favorite Gendy show, which is funny to say because he's gone on to do so much, but I don't know. I think Dexter still hits pretty hard. I'm probably gonna put an A. I don't know if it's a personal favorite. Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo is a show of highs and lows. There's some really good Johnny Bravo episodes, and there's some really just, like, whatever Johnny Bravo episodes. I think of, like, their early 90s lineup, I would call it the most mixed bag. I think it's really really built on the fact that Johnny himself is a funny character. Like, he's just, like, a funny guy. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, when they do, like, Cartoon Network, like, character things, like, oh, here's all the Cartoon Network characters, Johnny's kind of the only character in the show they use. And I think it kind of tracks. He's kind of the most memorable part of the show. I might put it in B. I might lean towards C, though, because I do think Johnny Bravo can be, like, pretty weak. And I don't even mean, like, oh, it's sexist kind of way. I don't think the show is remotely sexist or anything. I just think it's a bit of a mixed bag of a show, especially compared to a lot of 90 contemporaries. And it's really, really built on the fact the main character is, like, pretty funny. I might put it in C for now because of that. Cow and Chicken. This one's funny. I don't know. I think people would put this one lower. Maybe some other people. I don't know. Cow and Chicken's funny to me, though. Cow and Chicken themselves are just really funny characters. Like, if you've been to a stream with us before, you might know we like doing the Cow and Chicken, just the, oh, big boy, yeah! type voice. They're just really funny characters, and Red Guy is pretty fun, too. I'd probably put I Am Weasel probably in the same place. They're very adjacent shows. Hey, Jokanda forever! I think Cow and Chicken is interesting too, because it really feels like a Cartoon Network take on a Nickelodeon show, right? Like you could see Cow and Chicken like next to like early Nickelodeon pretty easily. It stands out pretty well among the sea of like early Cartoon Network shows, I would say, and I think that gives it like a really special, I think, vibe in that early 90s lineup. Powerpuff Girls, I'm probably gonna put an A. I think it barely misses out an S, because I think not every episode of this show holds up tremendously, particularly that last half. It has I don't think it's as bad as Dexter's like last half, where it gets like maybe like borderline like I'm gonna turn off the TV, but like back half Powerpuff Girls is pretty like weak. But it is like artistically, I think maybe one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. It's like top 5 easily. The art direction in this one is insane. I like how violent it is, honestly. Maybe that's like childish to say that I like this show because it's like violent, but sometimes I go back like and watch clips and like the guys they beat up will be like bleeding and shit. And I think that's funny. I think the juxtaposition between like the girls being like, you know, cute, pink, silly, cute girls, and everyone they beat up gets like horribly demolished. It's like just, it's something that feels like it would get old fast, but I think they do a good job keeping that energy up. Was Ed and Eddie really this early on? I feel like for some reason, like, it's supposed to be like right here, because like this is like in order. This is probably right. Did Johnny Bravo get a C for his microaggressions? Johnny Bravo got a C because this show could be kind of mid, if I'm being honest. I think half of the Johnny Bravo episodes aren't that good. Ed and Eddie might be our first S tier. This show's insane. Like, direction-wise, like animation direction-wise. I was like watching a clip from this show the other day, like on my timeline. Like, it had been a minute since like I watched it. And I'm just like, this show feels like it has like a $1 zillion budget sometimes. Like, it's so beautiful, like as a show. Like, the animation is like insane. They get some crazy camera angles in there. It's got like a lot of good like color work too. And you know, the show's just like funny too. Like, it's a good, fun, entertaining show. The Eds are like fun characters. Like, all the side characters are pretty great. Yeah, Ed and Eddie is probably my favorite from like the earliest 90s lineup. Like this early lineup here. I think it's a show that I sometimes can't believe looks the way it does. Sometimes I think it's crazy. Mike, Lou, and Og. I could put in haven't seen, because I haven't seen in a while, but if I put this like in D, would you care? Is anyone in chat gonna be like, now hold on, back off Mike, Lou, and Og? Have you thought about Mike, Lou, and Og in like the past 3 years? Mike, Lou, and Og sometimes I think is a Nickelodeon show, like even more than Cow and Chicken. Like my mind goes, oh yeah, this was on Nickelodeon. But it wasn't. Mike, Lou, and Og is boring. That's the answer. And I feel bad. It's like, I feel like this may be like a very like surface level thing to say about a cartoon, like, oh, it's boring, so it's bad. But, I don't know, like, I watched Mike, Lou, and Og, but I couldn't tell you anything that happens in it. You sent me a DM? Don't tell chat what it is. Oh my god, Rosa. I'm not saying that out loud. Courage. Now this is how you know. This is how you know I'm not a pure, like, just it needs to be jokes or funny and, like, constantly, like, exhilarating me the entire time or I hate it. Because I think Courage is my other favorite from this era. I think Courage is so interesting. Because, you know, it's got jokes and comedy in it, but it's a really interesting show in terms of, like, the place it has in this early lineup. Because it is like very strictly like kind of a horror cartoon, and you know, it's not like I don't stay up at night thinking of Courage the Cowardly Dog, but because like it's scary, but like I think it gets a lot of like just interesting. It's a show that like I feel like is very interested in just being experimental and like weird and like memorable, and I think it succeeds in that. Like I don't bust a gut laughing at Courage the Cowardly Dog a lot, but I don't think the show is going for that, and I really respect it among this kind of lineup that exists because of that. I have not watched Sheep in the Big City recently enough to like have an opinion on it. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Kind of same with Time Squad. It's been a minute. I know there's the Mark Hamill homosexual robot, so that's gotta count for something. This one's got a pretty good art direction, but that's about it. Samurai Jack. Again, this might be, I think, the first, like, this might be controversial, maybe. I'd maybe only put Samurai Jack in B. I like Samurai Jack. I definitely do. I think artistically it's great. But it's kind of hard for me not to think about that last season sometimes. And it's just really bad. It has like 2 fantastic episodes, and then it gets really bad. It's kind of soured the whole show for me to some degree, which I feel a bit bad about. A lot of individual Samurai Jack episodes are still really good. I think the show really succeeds in like just telling interesting one-off episodes. It's kind of like Courage, where I feel like it's not trying. It's among like very comedic shows. This one was going more for like a bit of an interesting tone, and I respect it for that. I just think I vibe with Courage a bit more than I do Samurai Jack. Sorry I didn't show up to your birthday, Ryan. Oh, it's okay, Withered Bill Clinton. I'm not even rank Grim and Evil. Like, I might just rank Grim. I have very different opinions on Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne. I don't know if it's worth, like, ranking the package show of them. Okay, Billy and Mandy's A. I think it's barely between S because it can. Billy and Mandy is really fun, and it's actually still really funny a lot of the time. But I do need to be honest. There are moments in this show that are really annoying. there are a lot of moments in Billy and Mandy that I'm like, oh brother, why did I like this? It can get a bit annoying. But for like every annoying joke, every kind of like annoying moment in Billy and Mandy, there's some like killer humor in this one. I think I like just how strange it is. It's got a lot of fun, strange humor. I'd probably personally put Evil Con Carne in C. I'm kind of not surprised of the 2. I'm not surprised Billy and Mandy became its own show, and Evil Con Carne kind of got seeped into Billy and Mandy. I think Billy and Mandy's a stronger potential for like plot concepts. I think Evil Con Carne, while funny a lot of times, kind of feels very restricted because of what it is. I think particularly the main character of the show, who is the brain inside the bear, it's like a funny concept, but like it kind of gives him like a lack of urgency. I think like he can't really do much, which I think limits the show. And I'm not surprised General Scar was just kind of what they took from it, put him into Billy and Mandy. I think he works way better as like a side character in Billy and Mandy than like this whole show maybe by itself does. And maybe that's a mean thing to say. I'd still put it in C, like high C, because it's funny enough. But I think ultimately, Billy and Mandy's kind of absorbing some of it. was probably the better move. What about Jones? Another one I haven't watched in like years. I almost want to put in haven't seen, so I can't tell you like a personal opinion on it. I love the art direction. I'm gonna like make it haven't seen / haven't watched recently enough. That probably expresses my thoughts and opinions a bit more. KND I'd probably also put in C tier. I like KND. I think I'm like compared to like the classic Cartoon Network stuff, it's maybe on the lesser end for me. I think it succeeds in like being a big kid fantasy kind of show, and I think that's the fun of it. I think of everything here, this is probably one of the most fun ones to just watch as a kid, because it's a real kid empowerment show, and it's really creative, but it's not something I always feel like going back to personally. Just outside of nostalgia. Number 4 is kind of annoying. That's my opinion. I don't care about Star Wars. Sorry, no, the Gendy Star Wars stuff is great. I haven't watched like it dedicatedly enough recently to like have a full opinion on it. But you know, it's a beautiful looking show. I'm just gonna put it in here because I haven't watched recently enough. This is probably the other one that like might break some people's heart. I have not watched this one recently enough to have an opinion on it either. I'd probably like it. Kind of like the vibe it has from what I've seen. Oh god, Foster's. Foster's might border on a D for me, if you want me to be like brutally honest. I'm gonna put it low C though. Foster's is a beautiful show, gorgeous show, but it can be, like, I described Billy and Mandy as being kind of annoying sometimes, but ultimately funny. I think Foster's is that times like 5. I think Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends loved being like kind of obnoxious. Which can be fun a lot. There are some like great like jokes and stuff in Foster's, but like as an adult maybe it's like a cynical like mean autistic adult. I kind of want to strangle Blue sometimes. Like I kind of want to pick him up and it's like, stop it. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's got funny moments, but I feel as if as an adult, it's sometimes harder for me to go back to this one personally. It can just be a bit much sometimes. It's fun in small doses, I think is the best way to put it. I don't think you could make me sit down and like watch a lot of Fosters at once. I could watch like 2 episodes at a time. Like, oh, it was fun. Buffy Amiyumi is not a good show, but it has good art direction. I'm sorry if that's like gonna break some people's hearts. It's not a very good show. I think like cartoon-wise is a cartoon. I don't think it's particularly entertaining, but it's got a pretty unique art direction. It's kind of got this UPA mixed with anime style, which is kind of killer. I'd almost bump it up to C just for that. And like, you know, the main 2 characters have fantastic, memorable designs, but as a show, I mean, this one's a bit of a snooze fest, if you want me to be honest. Ooh, Sunday Pants Down too. This is another just compilation kind of thing. Juniper Lee I have not watched in years, but I like the theme song. I'm gonna put it in B because I like the theme song. It's probably good. Is that a stupid thing to do? I like the theme song, so it's probably a good show. Maybe I'm just being feminism. I'm putting in B. Maybe I'll move it later back to haven't watched down. It's like if I need to be honest with myself. Camp Lazlo, I think high B. I think between the 2 shows this guy's made, Rocco's still my preferred one, but I do just like this guy's stuff. His name is slipping me right now, which I feel embarrassed about, but Camp Lazlo's fun. I think that's a good way to put it. It's just a fun show. Lazlo, great guy. Anyway. Joe Murray, thank you for reminding me. Okay. I think people might get really mad about what I'm about to do. I have not seen any Ben 10 show ever. And if you want me to be a bit brutally honest, I don't really have any interest in watching Ben 10 ever. Ben 10 to me feels like a show you had to have watched when you were like 10. Literally, like, you know, Ben 10. I think this is such like a little boy power fantasy show. Little boy power fantasy toy show. And I think it's great. I think there's no problem with that. But like as an adult, I look at Ben 10 and like I have no interest in it. Ben 10 is like required viewing for white boys. That's sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't got a lot of interest in Ben 10. I kind of look at it like, yeah, I mean, like if I was a kid, Ben 10's something I skipped over as a kid a lot. Maybe if I watched as a kid, I'd feel very differently. Like I would love, like, get all the Ben 10 toys. But as it stands, I don't really have any interest in Ben 10. Squirrel Boy sucks. Squirrel Boy sucks, and it has the worst Cartoon Network theme song ever. Class of 3000, you all sleep on this one. This one rocks. This one fucking whips. It's probably gonna, like, barely miss S for me, because I think S tends to be, like, very personal favorites. But I think Class of 3000 is, like, I think, like, as an adult, I respect a lot of, like, as, like, a kid show. I think it just, like, encourages, like, a, like, artistic, like, design and, like, music interests in kids, which I think is worth something. You know, it's got Andre 3000, and he sings a lot of songs, and, like, that's just worth on its own. It's got maybe, potentially, like, a top 3 to art direction on Cartoon Network for me. I think the art direction in Class of 3000 is freaking crazy. Go look at, like, concept art of this show sometimes. It's nuts. I think this is a beautiful show. Shout-out! I'm gonna put Transformers, by the way, and haven't seen. I haven't watched any Transformers cartoon. Debating where I put Chowder. I might move some of these down and put Chowder in A. I think I do like Chowder a bit more. A bit more than Dexter, maybe a bit more. I'm like very like I need to like I can't like have like 12 in A and like 3 in B. That like bothers me. There needs to be like a scaling to this. Chowder's is really creative, I think, is what it gets by on for me. I think it's just an absurdly creative cartoon. Like, I don't know, they're just constantly doing creative visual gags, a lot of like fun. The world of it takes place in is very fun. It plays a lot with like art style and stuff, and I think you could just tell there was a lot of fun making this show, which I think sometimes could do a lot for a show for me. If I can tell the people making it are having a lot of fun. I wasn't allowed to watch Chowder as a kid because when the intro came on, my dad was like, "This is a toy commercial, turn this off." It's funny. Flapjack is ooh. I really like Flapjack, personally. I'm gonna move Juniper Lee. I need to be honest, I haven't watched Juniper Lee in years. I just put it there because I like the theme song. Flapjack is great, and I think it's also a very important show. I think a lot of what modern Cartoon Network would go on to be was built on the foundation of Chowder. Chowder. Flapjack, I mean. Yeah, I like Flapjack. I'm gonna put all those freaking action cartoons in here, because I didn't watch any of these as a kid. I need to be honest here, I like skipped all of these as a kid, so all I wanted to do was watch stupid, like, cartoons and me laugh, so I didn't watch, I was Soy, I wasn't watching Generator Rex, I was watching Camp Lazlo. I didn't watch this either, so. I just realized this song that's playing, by the way. I like my headphones kinda off. Frickin' Squidward. YouTube poop. Well, anyway. It's not even a joke. This tier list, like this tier placement, like sounds like a gag I'm doing. This is not even a joke. Regular show is hard, because this could be anywhere from S to B for me, like, depending on the day. I'm gonna put it, like, just down here for a second. Regular show goes, like, being, like, maybe one of the funniest cartoons ever, to being, like, sort of lame. Like, at a moment's notice sometimes. Being congruent on your feelings towards Sonic and Ben 10 and general action cartoons, you have mistakes for action and shonen stuff, but only when the fans are annoyingly serious about it. No, it's not even that. I just think Ben 10's like a baby show. It's like a toy baby show. And I'm not above that, because I watch Precure. I just feel nothing towards Ben 10 as a baby toy show. But you might be right, also. Regular show is like really funny when it's really funny. But some of that later, I think this one loses steam as it goes on. I think Regular Show in Space is, like, particularly pretty bad. Like, up until the finale, it's, like, bad. Honestly, like, it just, a lot of weak episodes. But, like, when the show's in its prime, it's super funny. I might put it in B. I might move it up to A later, but I think it's going in B for me for now. Robotomy has like 5 episodes, and I have not watched it in a while. I probably should. I feel like I need to pay respect for this show because it has like 5 episodes. You know what? No. This one's going in D. Problem Solvers is not very good. Not even gonna try to lie to you about it. But I respect it. Because, look at it. Nobody else, they put this on the TV. They put Problem Solvers on the TV. And I respect it for that. So it's definitely better than Squirrel Boy, at least. If somebody told me they physically couldn't look at this cartoon because it's like too bright and like it's got a lot of flashing colors, I wouldn't blame them. I would truly be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. If you physically can't watch this show, I completely understand. You're not missing much because it's not very good, but I respect the gumption to put something like this on the TV. Oh my god, Gumball. Okay. Take what I said about Regular Show times like 3 for Gumball. I think Gumball could be really, really funny and creative, but it can also be really lame. It can be really lame and really obnoxious sometimes to me. I think, again, when the show is like really funny and creative, it is absurdly funny and creative. But when the show gets like kind of like lame and annoying, like when a Gumball episode is bad, I feel like my eyes rolling over a bit. I feel like I put Gumball and C under I Am Weasel, I'd get mauled in the street. But I might have to be honest with myself here. I like a lot about Gumball, but I think there's a lot about it that it kind of annoys me too. Again, when it's a funny when it's funny kind of show, personally. Secret Man 4, awesome. I did watch this. People talk about Gumball being more self-aware. That's the big thing. I think it kind of, how do I word it? It kind of became South Park for babies at some point. And I don't think it was very good at that. Personally speaking. I did actually watch Secret Man 4, so awesome. All 5 of its episodes. It's creative. I mean, I can give it that. Like, visually, it's creative, but I don't really want to watch it ever. I like the art direction of Jim Partner more, though. I gotta give Jim Partner that. I'd put it low D, maybe, because I think I respect some of the creativity going on there. But otherwise, it's not for me. Uncle Grandpa. Probably high C. Uncle Grandpa was a bit at the point where I was mature and like too good for these baby cartoons. I wasn't gonna watch Uncle Grandpa. So I haven't seen Love Uncle Grandpa, but you know, when I've gone back to check out a little bit of it, it's fun. I don't think it's completely for me. I think it gets by a lot, like by just Uncle Grandpa himself being really funny. It's kind of like Johnny Bravo, what I said about that. I think just the main character is really funny. Like the main character of Uncle Grandpa himself. It's just like a funny character, just very, oh, hey, it's me, Uncle Grandpa. I feel like I can't put it any lower of that because I just like Uncle Grandpa the man. I'm gonna look both ways. I'm gonna look across the street. I'm gonna tell everyone to look the other way real quick. Okay. All right, and we're gonna go back down, and we're not gonna talk about it. Mixels. This show has a fan base, but I remember as a kid, I got mad whenever it came on because I hated it. I don't know why. I hated Mixels as a kid, but like when it came on, I was like pissed off, like something else wasn't on. It's probably fine, but like my mind is like making me think of like the memory of like being a kid, and like Mixels came on, I'm like, oh brother, when's regular show coming on? It's probably not F, but I'm putting an F for like Child Ryan, who hated it. Clarence is a personal favorite of mine. I think it might barely miss out on S. Barely. But I'm a Clarence champion. We had Spencer Rothwell on the show. Great guy. I think Clarence, for me, maybe more than like Ed and Eddie, which I put higher. I think very few shows kind of capture like how weird kids are better than Clarence. I think getting down the way kids are specifically weird can be hard. But a lot of times, the way cartoons write kids are either like small adults or like very like purposely annoying, but I think Clarence is really good at like capturing just how bizarre kids can be. I think Clarence is like a very real feeling kid to me, if that makes sense. I like that about it. I'm gonna maybe unfortunately bore you all. I'm a bit of a normie. I think Over the Garden Wall is amazing. I feel like this is like a boring person with like it didn't S, but like, I don't know, it's really fucking good. I watch it every year. We Bare Bears. This one could border on B and S to me. B and C, I mean. I don't think A at all. I'd probably put it high C, personally. We Bare Bears isn't one of my favorites. I like it, though. Like, I can watch We Bare Bears, no problem, but like, it's not something I, like, regularly super want to watch personally, but I like it. I seen that. I knew this existed, but like I don't think anyone's watched it. I know what Long Live the Royals is, but like I don't think anyone has ever watched it. This is such a boring shut up on F, but it really is kind of that bad. Like I watched it. I have watched it. I have checked out the Powerpuff Girls reboot. I have watched it. It really is just, like, not good. And I feel bad, because, like, a lot of the people working that show got a lot of shit, maybe unfairly. And, you know, that sucks. That really sucks. I think they were put in a bit of an unfair position. But I also, to be honest with myself, like, it's just not very good. It's just not. And so is Mighty Magiswords. This is, like, a very easy one to put an F. Because of, like, you know, real world, like, connotations with it. But even at the time, I thought this one sucked ass. I watched, like, one episode of it, and I got annoyed. I think this show came around when I was, like, a teenager. I want to say I was 16 or 17 when this came out. And I just thought it was so annoying, like, the one episode I watched. I was like, oh, the art style's kind of cool. Like, it's got a cool, like, kind of cartoon look to it. And I don't know, I, like, watched, like, 2 episodes, and I got annoyed immediately by it. But you know, we're out of the woods. I really like OKKO. I like the characters, like the graphics, like the gameplay. I think something I like about OKKO a lot is, I'm a big fan, I guess, like the collaborative part of animation, if that makes sense. And I like it when you can get a lot of, like, personal touches from the people working on the show, in the show. Like, I remember the time Universe was airing, people didn't like that episodes would look kind of different from each other sometimes, but I did. I like when you can kind of get the storyboarder who did the episodes, like, own personal touch in, and OKKO does that a lot. And just, like, on a personal artistic level, that's just something I enjoy. It's something I just enjoy a lot. Adventure Time does that too. One of my favorite shows, I would say. I don't mind a show looking more messy if there's some personal touches in there. I think sometimes cartoons can worry about being a bit too clean now, and you lose some personal touch in that kind of cleanness. I think sometimes getting that messiness, slight messiness in there to get a bit more personal artistic touch is something I value a lot. Apple and Onion's pretty good. Probably like high C. Maybe low B. I think it's pretty funny. I haven't watched a ton of it, but I liked it. I need to fill out C a bit more. I might put in C. I'll change my mind later. Look at the Creek is like the last, like, I would say, Cartoon Network show I really like. Okay, let's see more. Well, it's like it was kind of the last bastion of my Cartoon Network for a bit. The Cartoon Network era I grew up in. This is kind of the last one that premiered before like I really grew up. And I think I have a really special place in my heart for it because of that. It ended recently. Fun fact, the 6 Craig of the Creek episodes that aired this year, its last 6 episodes, are the only 6 new episodes of a Cartoon Network Studios cartoon that's premiered at all this year. If you want an idea of how things are going. But Craig of the Creek is a lot of fun. I think it's like shockingly funny too. I remember like one time Seep didn't believe me that it was like funny. He like watched an episode, he's like, alright, that was pretty funny. Yeah, I think Craig of the Creek is a lot of fun. I'd probably put it a bit above Laszlo. Move some things around. This is an insane tier list I'm looking at, like Gumball and C, and then like all this shit up here, like Classic 3000 A. This is like the shit like when like anyone else who's like an like crazy cartoon person, like they like put that in C just like by default, but they don't know me. I'm unique. I watched a bit of Summer Camp Island. I don't think enough to form an opinion on it. I know Seep likes it. I remember the show got a lot of hate at the time because it got like kind of the art direction for it is very something I think people could easily like look at and like roll their eyes at. Which is a bit unfair to it, I think, but I haven't watched a ton of it, so I can't form an opinion. Same with Victor and Valentino. I have not watched like any of this. I watched a bit of Mau Mau when it came out. I didn't really get into it. I think it's fine though. Probably put in C. I don't think it's bad. But I didn't really get, I think by the time Mau Mau came out was when like my like kind of, you know, opinions on like my feelings towards like cartoons and like what I want to watch was starting to develop a bit more. And I think Mau Mau kind of barely missed like me as like a full teenager, if that makes sense. I liked Mau Mau's design. It seemed for that. What I did miss though was Infinity Train. This might border on, this might be S. BS. Yeah, I mean, like, you've seen all the freaking tweets about Renew Infinity Train and all that. Everyone knows this one's a good one. It's good. I don't know. I probably like Season 2 the most, if I'm like, Book 2, I mean. Like, thinking about all the books they did. I like Lake a lot. I guess that name's a spoiler, technically, but I think most people have seen this show now. I like that a lot. I don't know. I think it's a good show. I would like to see another chance. I get the vibe they had a lot of ideas left in it. This ranking Steven is future even worth it, because I just kind of would bundle this with Steven Universe. I think like this contributes to the ranking. I probably won't just rank it, because like you could probably just like imagine this is like ranked with it. To me, I don't feel like putting another show in S. These are separate shows, but I consider Future just like the last season of Steven Universe personally. Alright, we've gotten to this stuff like I have not watched. This is all recent stuff that like by the time this came out, it's past my prime. I'm sure these are fine. I watched like 2 episodes of the Fungies. I remember that. I thought it was cute. But everything else here, like this came out when I like had stopped watching kids cartoons for the most part. So So I don't even know what goes on in Tig and Seek or We Baby Bears. Besides the fact that Toby Fox was in We Baby Bears. That's something I know about it. Toby Fox was in this show as a voice. Alright, we can look at this tier list of a Mad Woman. I put C Universe in S, and I put Ben 10 Haven't Watched and Gumball in C. Let's post this one to Twitter. What could go wrong? I'm just looking at this I'm just eyeing this. I might move with a few things around. I feel like the lack of anything in DNF though, like the very few things in there, I tell you, it truly was like a Cartoon Network baby. I might move Flapjack up to A a little bit. I'm like just thinking about Flapjack. I'm just like having a smile on my face. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good. I don't think I'll post any of these to Twitter, honestly. I think it might be, it'll be fun to like be like, oh, look at me, I put this in there, but like, I'm not in that mind state right now. I'll post in the Discord though. I'll let everyone know we're ranking Talk 2 episodes next. I do know about Ben 10's like cousin character voiced by Roger Craig Smith, which gives her like transgender vibes somehow. I think that's wonderful. Okay, we're doing Talk 2 episodes. Alf, Nolan, Chad paid for this. Oh my god, how do I rank this? Give me a second here. I'm ranking this like just like on the thumbnails I'm looking at. I'm going to have no other opinion on this like whatsoever. Okay. This one's got a grandma on the thumbnail. I'm a big fan of grandmas. This one got like the secret character, which is kind of funny. I wonder what secret character Talk 2 was talking to. The rest of these are just white women like between the ages like 20 and 40. This one's sticking her tongue out. That's kind of fun and quirky and silly. One's doing a silly face. And these ones aren't doing anything. They're not doing nothing. There we go. There's my Talk 2 tier list. Are you happy? A tier list suggestion. How many YouTube videos are you willing to watch right now? See, I wouldn't need to watch them. Because I already watched them all with you last night. I've seen pretty much all your videos, Seep. I could do it. You truly wanted me to. I could do my own Seep video tier list. Yeah, this is another one I was paid for, which is Sparking Zero, all characters based on LGBT allyship. Horrible idea. I've not watched Dragon Ball. So this is going out 5s. I feel bad, because, like, you paid money for this, but, like, I got no opinions on any of these guys. That guy. I can help. Okay, you know, I'm gonna store this one. I'll come back to it in a minute. I think we need to do something I have an actual opinion on, because we just did Talk 2, and that was nothing. I need to do something like I have an actual opinion on before we do like Dragon Ball and like I drag someone in to help me. Groceries.
Dude, we did an anime waifu tier list and it was 1,000 characters. I did the Brawl Stars tier list.
What's featured? What's big right now? What is everyone ranking? MLB teams. see. Oh, Ben 10 reboot aliens? Okay. Female cartoon hotties. I did see something. You know, I can do this actually right now. So I was going to possibly make a video on this. I don't think I have time to anymore. So I did do a Pixar marathon very recently. So I've seen everything here except Good Dinosaur, which I skipped. So I've seen all these like fairly recently because I did a marathon and I thought about doing a video, but I don't know if I'll have time for it anymore. So we can do it here. Okay. I don't like the order these are in. They're very out of order. I'm gonna Toy Story the first one first. That one goes in A. I think Toy Story, which is funny to say because it's Toy Story and it's one of the most popular movies ever. I think it's a bit undervalued to some degree. It's like, I think sometimes people like talk about like, okay, it's the first one and then the sequels really brought it home. But I think Toy Story, the first one, is still like super fucking funny. I think it gets by a lot on that. I think like, it's got a pretty strong just like character arc to it too. I think everything about this one just works really well. And I don't know, I like the weird early CGI. I like looking at it. I'm gonna kind of go vaguely in order. Okay, Bugs Life is probably not that good, and I think a lot of people would put Bugs Life in C. But like, I think I've like warped my brain to like Bugs Life just because like I've watched it with friends so many times now. I just think about like Hopper going, "Where's my food?" And just, I don't know, it's got high like the caterpillar. I think the climax of this one is pretty strong too. I like the ending. You know, the whole grasshopper, ants don't eat grasshoppers, grasshoppers eat ants. I think that goes pretty hard. I think I got a soft spot for Bugs Life. Now, I said all that about Toy Story. I do like Toy Story 2 more though. This is my favorite of the Toy Stories. I think this is like a great sequel. I think it just builds upon the first one like so many good ways. At worst, I think the worst thing I can say about Toy Story 2 is I think it retreads Buzz a bit. I think it maybe feel little less worse if there weren't 3 more Toy Story movies after this that retread on Buzz a bit. But like, I think Woody's arc is really strong. I think it's still really funny. The emotional moments all hit. The climax in the airport is super fun. I think that's just a great set piece for like toys to be in. The thing about the Toy Story movies, I think, that are consistently good, that I think 2 is my favorite at, is they know like interesting places to put the toys in. I think the airport they go to at the end of this one is probably my favorite still, of like all of the set pieces they done. And we're getting back-to-back S ranks because Monsters Inc. is actually my favorite Pixar movie still. It still is. I don't know. I really like Monsters Inc. I think the world was really fun. I was talking about like that climax like set piece kind of thing with Toy Story 2. I think this one has a similar thing with like the door factory thing at the very end. I think it's just a super fun set piece to like have a climax in. They have a lot of fun with it. The door vault, yeah, the door vault is a ton of fun as like a climax set piece. And I like, you know, Mike's funny, and I don't know, I'm a sucker for the whole Celine Boo thing. I'm just so easy. It gets me good. I'm trying to remember the orders these came out in. What was next? I think it was Incredibles. Incredibles is good. I think sometimes I think about, like, the sequel, and it, like, makes me like, oh, I don't like Incredibles. I'm like, then I rewatch the first one, like, oh, no, this one's still good. I think the cool thing about Incredibles is, I wouldn't call it, like, a fully adult movie, but it feels very mature, right? Like, I think it was made, like, with, like, a lot of, like, respect towards, like, the audience that was going to be seeing it, which I think is neat. Like, it's kind of just like that whole like kids can watch this, like they might not understand everything that's happening. But like I think kids like to feel like they're watching something that respects them. That's something I did like about Incredibles as a kid. As an adult, I continue to like that. I think it's got like a really interesting just like idea for a movie. The idea of like superheroes, like it's like a legal thing, like the legal law behind superheroes and all that happening, and how that all works together. Yeah, and like much as talking about in the chat, this is like before superheroes became like really like overdone. So there's still a lot. I think when this came out, it was still really novel. Finding Nemo is pretty alright. I think of the early Pixar movies. Actually, Cars was next. We'll get to Cars. I think of the early Pixar movies, this is the most okay to me. This one's got some good stuff, but it's also just not something I super duper ooper love. It still looks really nice. Like the ocean is beautiful and all that. It's got Crush the Turtle, my favorite character. The take it on the jellies. Righteous. I kind of like the thing I like about Finding Nemo. I think the most is that kind of like as the movie goes on, it feels like the whole ocean is coming together to help Marlin. And I think that's a kind of a fun like sense of unity the film has as it goes on. Is like everyone who knows, like everyone hears the story of what Marlin is doing. They all kind of come together to kind of help him, like the whale, like the seagull, and all that. I think that's like a kind of a fun element of Finding Nemo to me personally. Cars is okay. It's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not particularly good. I rewatched all 3 Cars movies this marathon, and Cars is like, it's got some moments. I think like I've defended in this. I think Mater is less annoying than you think he'd be. That's like I took away from the first one. He's a lot less annoying than you think he'd be, and I gotta give the movie that. It's got some neat moments. I like near the end where like lightning like kind of goes around the town and like indulges kind of everyone, like kind of get to know them. I think that's fun, but like it's got some stupid stuff in it. There's a scene with like a Jay Leno car. And I remember when I rewatched the movie, I forgot that was in the movie, and I was just kind of like, all right, man, all right. Ratatouille. Paris? All this time, I've been underneath Paris? It's beautiful. Most beautiful. I think Ratatouille gets very hard on. I worded that horribly. I worded that just awfully. Just awfully. I think Ratatouille gets very much by on its atmosphere. Is a good way to put that. Like I'm preaching to the choir. This movie got like a beautiful little atmosphere to it. I don't think every plot point in it works for me personally. I think some of the characters aren't as interesting as they could be. I think like Remy and his rat family aren't particularly interesting. I think Linguini's not that interesting of a character either. I think the movie suffers a bit because of that. But I like what it's going for. The critic guy is a great character. The ending's great. The ending, I think, ties the movie together. I like the speech he has at the end. But the atmosphere is definitely, the atmosphere carries one. I think people talk about this one being really mature and adult, and I wish I could fully agree, but I think the characters need to be a bit more, like, ironed out for this one. But I will say, the production this movie had, it turned out tremendous. This one got, like, Brad Bird got, like, attached to this one, like, the last year production or something, and, like, had to fix the movie as much as he could. And I gotta give credit for that. Like, I think in that term, the way this movie turned out is probably really impressive, like, all things considered. What was after Ratatouille? Was it WALL-E next? Oh boy. I'm gonna put WALL-E in B, maybe. I don't know if that's controversial or, like, popular. I see so many opinions on WALL-E split all over the place. I don't think the second half is bad like some people do. I think it's less interesting though, for sure. The first half of WALL-E, like, I'm preaching to the choir, is super great. It's just really, like, interesting. It's really, like, cool to, like, have a silent movie for that long. WALL-E, I think this movie gets hard. I'm gonna be careful with my words again. Don't say hard on, Ryan. Don't say it again. I think this one gets really by on the fact that WALL-E himself is a really cute, like, an endearing character. I think that second half would be, like, not as good as it. I think the second half would be, like, way worse if WALL-E himself wasn't, like, really endearing. I think WALL-E, the character, really carries the movie. Cause it's just like, I don't know, like, I did something bad happens to him. like scream. Like, there's that part at the end of the movie where he's, like trying to keep the thing up. and like he gets crushed by it. I remember as a kid, like feeling really actually distressed by that as a kid. I still do as an adult, but see, like, stresses me out. Like, he gets fucked up at that end. Okay, I think next was Up. I think people really don't like Up as much as they used to. I see a lot of, like, tweets talking about, like, after that first, like, few minutes, the movie sucks. And maybe I'm weird, but I don't know. I think Up works for me still. I think people talk about, like, it becomes, like, really silly and goofy after that first part. But I think, to me, the movie kind of needs to be a bit goofy. Because kind of the point of the movie, to me, is kind of melting Carl. It's like what happened to him. He's become really bitter and like angry. And I think kind of that goofiness he gets roped into is important for like melting him. And I like a lot of the. I think there's way more like interesting like stuff in the second half of this movie. Like after that first opening sequence, people give it credit for. I really like the scene where he's talking to Russell, like they're like camping out, and Russell kind of talks about like something, like he mentions like someone coming to his house often. He's like, I can't believe you talk to your dad like that. And he's like, oh, one of them is not my dad. And you kind of get like the vibe that like you kind of pick up like Russell's dad isn't fully there for him and stuff like that. I think stuff like that's really interesting. I really like the scene at the end of the movie with the scrapbook that he hasn't opened since Ellie died, and he finds out like Ellie has like been putting stuff in it this whole time, and like that he did live like a full adventure life. I think stuff like that, I think goes a bit underrated. I think people kind of undervalue some of the later stuff in this movie because those first few minutes are really good, but I think the movie does build on it in good ways that I think people don't always appreciate. I think, and you know what? Maybe I'm boring. I just think the dog's funny. I'm just gonna say it. I think the dog is funny. I'm really easy to sucker. I like dog being silly humor, and this movie's got a lot of dog being silly humor. He says that shit's like, I was hiding under your porch because I love you. That shit cracks me up. I think it's funny. What's next? Toy Story 3? I'm gonna make people maybe a bit upset. I don't like this one that much anymore. I think this one's got its moments, but I think it doesn't fully work for me personally. The highlight of the movie to me personally is when they're like in the dumpster, they're about to get like burned, like and die. They kind of all have to like accept their fate. I think that's a really beautiful, like poignant moment. But I don't think the Andy scene afterwards does much for me anymore, by being honest. I think it's a bit like much watching the grown man run around with his toys playing with them. It's supposed to be sweet, and I think it, maybe if like Bonnie was someone he knew a bit better, it would be sweet, but it feels a bit like, I don't know. I watch it like I don't feel much towards Andy. I guess the problem. And the breaking out stuff near the end is fun, but it's not always for me personally. But don't worry, after that was Cars 2, which is just as bad as you remember it being. Oh, God. It feels like boring to, like, talk about Cars 2 being bad. But it's bad. It's really bad. It's really stupid. It's really obnoxious. It's not funny. Maybe it could have been funny. Like, the idea, like a team of like spies thinking Mater was a spy is like maybe like a surface level kind of funny idea, but it's not done funny. There's no like good jokes in the movie. It's really lame. I'm not surprised the third movie just ignores it exists pretty much. This one sucks kind of ass. And what was after Cars 2? Was that happened like right after this one? Was it Monsters University? Was that next? I think that was next. I actually like Monsters University. A decent bit. I think that's maybe my hot take for Pixar movies. Like my most hot take is I actually kind of like Monsters University a fair bit. But I should explain, Brave was pre-Toy Story 3? Oh yeah, Brave was next. I'll come back to Brave. Don't worry. Don't worry, everyone. I'll talk about Brave. Everyone's favorite movie, Brave. Monster University, I think the first part and the third part are really strong. I think the middle is a bit whatever, like the scare game stuff isn't much. To me, it's fine, it's cute. I think this movie gets really by on like Mike and Sully as characters though. I think what they go through is really interesting. I like the movie's kind of overall encompassing theme that like, so Mike just cannot be a scarer. And it's something you have to kind of like roll with the movie a bit on, right? Because like the guys who are with them, who become scarers too, are not scary either. And the movie kind of like, you have to like suspend your disbelief a bit about like Mike not being like scary for other monsters. But I don't mind it because I think the story it's trying to tell with that is like kind of interesting. I think it's a bit poignant and like, it probably is like a good thing for people to hear. Like Mike doesn't get to do what he wants. He literally can't do it, but he finds like purpose in other places, and like he still is a person of worth and finds like a place. And I think that's maybe a good thing for people to hear. Like sometimes stuff in life will not go sometimes you just literally will not be able to do something you want in life, and it hurts and it's sad. But like there will always there's always going to be a purpose for you out there. And maybe I'm thinking too hard about Monsters University. I think I'm a bit too hard about it. But I think that message is really nice, and I like the ending of this one's great. Like the climax in I talk about the climax of these movies a lot for some reason. But that scene like in the camp, I think is really interesting. I think it's really well done. I think it's really great. Yeah. Anyway, Brave is boring. I could like a boring movie. Don't make any mistake here, but Brave is fucking boring. What a stupid movie. Do you remember when Brave was coming out and like they barely said any of the movies in any of the trailers? Like they didn't show like the mom turning into the bear like in any of the trailers. They hid the fact that was part of the movie. And then you go to the movie and you had to like kind of realize like, oh, this isn't a movie about her going like a big adventure like the trailers kind of make it seem like. This is a movie about her hiding her bear mom in the castle. Great. Ray was co-directed by Steve Purcell. You know what? I'm not gonna give him any shit for that. This movie had like 8 different directors. This movie kept losing directors. Okay, I think I'm just gonna kind of go on Bay order now. Finding Dory is super okay. I think there's like a couple good scenes in it, but it's super okay. In fact, we're gonna get to a lot of super okay movies. We get a lot of super okay ones. Good Dinosaur is maybe not even super okay. This one might be a bit bad, actually. Good Dinosaur is this like the beta poster of Good Dinosaur? It's got like a longer snout and the boy looks different. Who cares? Who cares about Good Dinosaur? Inside Out 2 isn't on here. I just realized that. It's fine. This one's pretty good. I don't think this one hits as much for me as others. B. I put in B, personally. I think there's some good scenes in this. I like this one more than the sequel, I think, a bit more. It's not on here. I'd probably put 2 in B2, but lower. On B2, what I want to get with you. Okay, what was next? Incredibles 2. It fucking sucked. I really don't like Incredibles 2. It was a little less worse on my recent rewatch. There's still things I like about it, like the music's good. When the characters aren't being awful and like horribly written, they're pretty good still. There's some fun action scenes. I could realistically see myself bumping up to C if I was being a bit more objective, but I don't know. The Incredibles 2 kind of makes me mad. I just think it's like, it does some like really just stupid stuff. I think the worst thing it does is Bob is like really like cruel towards his wife, I think, in this movie a bit. He's like really like resentful towards her, like the opportunity he's gotten, and I feel like the movie doesn't really like examine that at all, if I'm being honest. It feels like that should be like a part of the movie. Is like him really like, oh my god, I'm like not being a good supportive husband to like my wife and all, and I'm being like resentful towards her for this opportunity she's getting. That feels like something that should be like happening in the movie, but it just never kind of happens. He just kind of is resentful towards her until he gets to go be superhero too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it much at all. I'm just gonna go in order from how they are now on here. Cars 3 is actually pretty good. I was surprised that I liked Cars 3 a decent amount. Cars 3, I think, is the first Cars movie that feels like a real movie to me, and it's also the one that John Lasseter didn't work on, which feels a bit telling. I think this one just, I don't know, it just feels like the only one of these that feels like it's like a bit of a real movie to me, and it feels like it's got something to say about its characters. It like kicks Mater out for the entire movie, which is kind of funny. It narrows down its cast a lot. Like, I think pretty much everyone from like the original 2 movies like gets sidelined except like Luigi the car, which good. I don't know. I think this one's pretty alright, honestly. I was surprised that I dug it as much as I did. I'm gonna do Onward real quick. This is so okay. Onward is super okay. It's just the most okay movie ever. His hot blue girlfriend in the 3rd. I mean, she's in it, but not much. Coco. I'm gonna be honest, I rewatched this one and I was getting teary-eyed again. I might be a bit of like the weakling. This one's still pretty good, I think. I don't know. I still liked it a lot. I'm pretty susceptible to like tearful crying scene movie moments, and yeah, you know, seeing the grandma near the end, that one gets me. Something I like about this movie a lot is actually the twist villain, which feels funny to say because I feel like we usually don't. Twist villains in these kind of Pixar Disney movies usually suck up an ass. But I think the twist with the villain in this one is really like neat and like kind of like shocking, honestly. Like what he did to like a certain character. Like I'm saying this like people haven't seen it. You know, he poisoned Hector, and I think that's like a really like shocking, like, oh my god, he did something like actually horrible. Like, kind of reveal. I think that's neat. I like the dog. We got 2 dog movies next to each other. Toy Story 4 is super okay, I think. I think Toy Story 4 honestly actually had the potential to be a bit more interesting than it was. The ending, I think, is really cool. I think it's nice that, like, they kind of go for the ending they go for with, like, Woody, like, leaving Buzz, and Buzz being like, dude, like, you're like, time with the kid you had is gone. Bonnie doesn't need you. If you're happy you're here, stay here. I think it's been interesting that, like, they kind of take the messages of the previous movie, like, being loved by a kid is the best thing you can do, and being like, well, no, maybe, like, find, like, your own path in life is worth value too. I think that's a bit interesting, but like everything building up to that moment I don't think is particularly good. I think they made Bo Peep a little less interesting in this one. She's a bit of like, she's very 2010s like action Disney Pixar girl female character. She loses a bit of that like I guess like adultness to her. She had those first 2 movies that I'm a little sad. Buzz is so nothing in this movie. Yeah, I like the ending. I like what it builds towards, but I don't think the path getting to that moment is particularly great. Forky's alright. I like Forky. He's pretty funny. Soul. I think this one had really high ambitions. You can really tell. But I don't know if they all come together for me. There's a lot to like about this one. I like that you can tell this is very much like kind of like Incredibles. Like they were making this for a bit of an older audience, and I appreciate for that. But not everything in this one works for me. I wish it did, because I like what it's going for. But you know, like I think him being the cat body is stupid. that's kind of lame. The designs of like the soul, like the little spirits they become, like the little chibi ones, are lame. I think particularly when they're paired next to like the Terrys, it feels like there was a lot of artistic thought put into the Terrys, and like the spirit guys he becomes like feel very like artistically founded. I kind of wish I kind of feel like you could have done the movie like she went into his body and like he was like just like a ghost near her. I don't think he needed to be like a fucking cat. I think that was stupid. So I like the idea of like him viewing his life from outside of his life, right? Like he's he's like viewing his life from the outside and getting appreciation for it, but I don't know if I like everything they take to get there. I wish they redid this movie a bit differently, because I feel like it could be really great otherwise. The movie could have been saved if one of the little souls was Aquafina. Someone banned that guy. Someone banned that guy. I want that guy gone. Luca? I really like Luca. It's pretty simple, but like, I think everything Luca does is really good. I don't think it aims particularly high, like in terms of like themes or concept, but like its characters are good, its setting is fun, it's got nice animation. I like the big dad character. It's got a funny cat. I don't know, everything this one sets out to do, I think it succeeds at. Alright. Turning Red is probably my second favorite Pixar movie. Turning Red, I think, is definitely a movie that isn't going to be for everyone. Like, I definitely see a lot of people, like, not getting it, I think. I think you have to, like... How do I word this? You almost have to have respect for little girl culture. Which is something a lot of people online don't. People are particularly mean to, like, young girls online and their interests. But, as someone who is not, I think it's neat, this movie, like... You know, pay some respect to, like, that time in a lot of people's lives. And I think this movie does a good job demonstrating that time in a lot of people's lives through, like, a fun, you know, animated gimmick. I think that's, like, the ending of this one, like, the part where, like, they're, like, kind of that spirit world near the end. I think that might be the Pixar scene that, like, tends to get me the most, if I'm being honest. The part where she's, like, talking to her mom, and, like, her mom's kind of, like, talking as if she just did, like, the thing she did when she was younger to, like, hurt her mom. That scene, I think, is the one that always, like, of any of these movies, like, tends to get my eyes the wettest. I don't know. I think this one comes together really well. It's a beautiful movie, too. Steep's talking about the animation in chat. It's a gorgeous movie. It's got a lot of, like, gag manga visual vibes to it, which I like a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I really like Turning Red. I don't like Lightyear. Do I even need to say anything about Lightyear being bad? It fucking sucks. Stupid fucking movie. I'd probably put Elemental smack in the middle of B, too. Like, around here, maybe. Elemental, I think, got a bit, like, unfairly, like, marketed. I think the marketing made it look dumber than it actually was going to be, because the romance is in the movie. But the movie's a lot more about, like, Fire Girl and, like, her culture and, like, her background with that. The movie's a lot more about that than, like, it is. The romance, like, plot 2 in the movie, I would almost say. And I think when the movie focuses on, like, that thing I was talking about, it is pretty interesting. It's a movie you can tell, like, the director put a lot of himself into, like, a lot of, like, his real life experience, and that's something I like about it. But I wish that got marketed a bit more, because I think that's something that didn't show up in the trailers too much. I don't love the visual direction for it. I think the fire and water people look fine. They look fine. I might change the water people a bit, but, like, the fire and water people, for the most part, like, their designs and, like, artistic direction is fine. But the dirt and, like, cloud people are pretty bad looking, and they're maybe some of the worst, like, adhering to the Pixar art direction character designs I've ever seen. And I wish they did anything but what they did. But, I think it's pretty solid. And like I said, Inside Out 2 isn't here, but I'd probably put it, like, around here. Alright, I think that's about right. I think that's pretty good. This is probably true. Yeah, I put Turning Red in S and Wally and Ratatouille in B. It's a really good opinion. People would agree with. Let me check something real quick.
Against an army of tweens. One opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of opinionated man doesn't.
Sorry. I still have that tab open. It's like constantly calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. Okay, I'm gonna hold down the Sparking Zero full roster. There's somebody else. Rose said she'd interested in like helping with that, but there's one other person I might call for that, to help with that. That might be interested. I'm gonna save for a bit later. I promise I'll do it because somebody paid 2 smackaroos for that. I don't know why you thought I would. You know, maybe when you donate, think about who you're donating to, and like if it would be worth it. I'll do it though. Like it's some people who know better. All right, let's see. Remember, I have early bedtime. Okay, we'll do like 1 or 2 more, then I'll get Rosa and someone else in here. I'm just looking at the front page, just real quick. I don't think anything's really beckoning to me on the front page. Like, I did FNAF characters already. When I did tier list streams back in the day, I ranged them based on Butch, Femi, both Straight Cisman, and Rain Dog. I don't need to do any more FNAF tier lists ever again. I got my opinions out. We do Danganronpa characters. I know all these guys. That's Daryl. Right there. That's Daryl. Which ones did I miss? I did Haktua podcast episodes. I did CN shows, and then we just finished Pixar movies. Here, we haven't done like a video game tier list yet. Let's just go into like the video game section and click new. Mario! We want Mario open in case you don't think interesting, or Nintendo. Could probably talk about that. I really like this, like, the thumbnail picture. Like, Crash is like Scoochie and like pretending he's friends with Mario to look a bit more important than he actually is. Like, hey, look at me, guys! I'm with Mario. We're equally famous. If anyone's done anything interesting to rank. I mean, does anyone want to hear my Payday 3 weapons tier list opinion? Ooh, what am I? What am I putting on the multiverses badges? Ooh, you know me. I'm a big fan of Jake the dog. Pizza Tower levels? I don't know. It's like not clear in my mind right now. I wouldn't need to like finish replaying the game fully to do that. That's someone's like actual butt that was just there. Is that allowed? No one said Mario enemies. I feel like I've done that before though. I don't think I have anything new to say about that. That is a good idea. I just feel like I've done that like before. Every girl in Yokai Watch? Just low-key might be every girl in Yokai Watch. Could be. That is one. Mario shipping one? I gotta be honest, like, I don't have an opinion on that. Video game characters. What are the video game characters? Oh, dude, this is all of them! This is every video game character ever. I love fucking, like, tier makers on this website. They're just, like, something, like, really broad. Like, this, like, video game characters. And it's just, like, an assortment of, like, random things the person who made it is, like, interested in. Like, oh, we got Alakazam and Chef Saltbaker and, like, Knuckles. And, like 40 Mortal Kombat characters on here. But Mario. I'd say I was considering looking up. And then I forgot it. Oh, Pikmin! We could do that. That'd be fun. I'll pick one open. No, we can do Pikmin, or we can do every single Yokai Watch tribe individually if you were interested in that. I know everyone in chat is super interested in what I have to say about every single Yokai Watch tribe. We can do Pikmin. It'd be fun. Okay, I'm glad they separate them based on game, because, I would do the Yokai Watch one, but I feel like that's 8 of them, and, like, chat would be like, could we do something else? That's something like I would just post on Twitter, maybe at some point. Okay, I'm gonna rank these just based on like how much I like using them. Like, I'm not even gonna rank them based on like who's the strongest or whatever. This is kind of like who like like just design wise, the ones I find interesting. I'm gonna put all the Pikmin 1 Pikmin in B. Like, all the versions of them from Pikmin 1 are like the most perfectly acceptable, like okay, like base standard for like Pikmin character design and like game design possible. I can see someone putting like yellow Pikmin lower because they are a little less useful in 1, but I think they're very intentionally designed to be like that in 1. I don't think that was a mistake. I think they are designed a bit to be like Pikmin you need less of, which I think is fine. I do think if they kept doing that going forward, it might be a problem, but I think in 1 they were kind of designed to be like that. I do think they're a bit like, I think they could be a bit more better designed in 1, a bit. Oh, thank you for the gift sub. You can use all my special emotes now. I have new emotes, by the way. Did y'all see that? We got these animated emotes of the Startcasters. Look at this. Ooh, wow, ooh. And then these ones are new too. Okay, Red Pikmin and Pikmin 2 are pretty bad. Like, I just feel like they didn't have any ideas for them. It feels like a lot of Pikmin and Pikmin 2 get, like, secondary uses. Like, even just beyond the element they're strong against. But I don't think... They didn't give Red Pikmin, like, a design, like, quirk in 2. So they're just kind of worse than Purples, who, like, outrank them. I think that's a bit unfortunate. They feel a bit, like, poorly thought out in 2. I like Yellow Pikmin in 2 a lot. I think it's cool that they took the Pikmin that was kind of like a bit useless in 1 and they made them like really useful in 2, because like electricity is the most dangerous hazard in Pikmin 2. So Yellow Pikmin are incredibly important to like deal with that, because like it's the only hazard that instant kills Pikmin. Blue Pikmin are not that interesting in 3 and 2 either, if I'm being honest. But I feel like Blue Pikmin, just in general, are not supposed to be much of an exciting Pikmin. Their whole gimmick is you can go in the water with them. They're basically the Pikmin that exists as like a gate. Like, gatekeep the player sometimes. I might put them in B, because I think the Water Wraith Temple is so interesting in terms of like game design. And like it's solely built on the idea of like Blue Pikmin being like that. I'd probably just put them in B. Purple Pikmin are incredibly busted in 2, but I don't think they're very interesting because of that. Like, it's cool they're like super strong, but like just from like a design standpoint, I don't know. I kind of wish there was something else to them. That's something they kind of struggle with going forward. Is like their whole gimmick is they're very strong. I think at times they can make Pikmin 2, which is a hard game, and they kind of needs a Pikmin like this, but it can make certain like encounters in the game not that interesting, because the solution is just chuck Purple Pikmin and you win in a few minutes or seconds. I kind of feel the same with Whites. Maybe even worse. White Pikmin, I feel like needed to be in a game that was more time management based, because Pikmin 2, of the 4 Pikmin games, I think is the least time management based, because you're spending a lot of time in cave. And their ability to carry things faster doesn't feel like it really ever gets to be used properly, in my opinion. Because you're spending so much time in that cave, and otherwise all they really have is digging and like being immune to poison, which is kind of neat, but not super neat to me personally. To the point where like the whole digging thing was just given to Yellow Pikmin later. Bulbmin are great. I love Bulbmin. I think they're just really interesting design-wise. I think they're a great gimmick, like the idea of like there's this like wild Pikmin walking around. The whole like story they have, like the fact that they're just parasites that have like attach themselves to like Bulborbs, like take over them, is super interesting. I think they're balanced great because you only use them in the cave. I think Bulbmin are great. It's not even the fact they're super strong either. I just think they're like really like interesting designs. Red Pikmin 3 are just like very standard. They're very standard. There's not much to say. I'd probably put yellows probably here too. They get nerfed a bit because electricity is a lot weaker in 3. And on top of that, winged Pikmin kind of destroy them by accident. Anything yellow Pikmin can do, winged Pikmin can do just kind of better. Is the truth of the matter. Hold on. Got a DM from Seep. Oh, it's awesome. It's a gift of Homer. Put it on screen in a minute. Blue Pikmin in 3 are pretty bad. So fun story about the Blue Pikmin. If you ever played Pikmin 3 and you were confused just about Blue Pikmin in general in that game, because you get them very late, and then you get like 4 fruits with them. The reason for that is the area that was supposed to be dedicated to Blue Pikmin was cut from the game. So Blue Pikmin get kind of in the final game thrown at the very last second. And by the time you get them, you have a lot of winged Pikmin. And there's like just like a few fruits you have to go back for to get them. And you just don't have a ton of time to use Blue Pikmin. Which makes them feel like very like just thrown in. Which they kind of literally are in Pikmin 3 with that development knowledge. Rock Pikmin I think are great. Rock Pikmin to me feel like purple Pikmin fully realized. I don't know if that's a popular opinion, but that's how it feels to me. They have the damage boost and they're a bit beefier like purple Pikmin, but like they're not the be end all to a situation. They have the unique gimmick of they can't latch onto things. They get thrown and they fall off immediately. I think that balances them in a far more interesting way than purple Pikmin. To me personally, I know this might be unpopular. I think rock Pikmin kind of exists as like a smarter designed purple Pikmin to me. I'm gonna put winged in A. I might put them in S, but they do. The winged Pikmin have one problem. They're super cool. I really like them, but they kind of ruin yellow and blue Pikmin in particular. Anything yellow Pikmin can do, winged Pikmin can also do, and most of the fruits that are in water, winged Pikmin can usually get too. So they kind of like destroy the jobs of 2 Pikmin, which is a bit unfortunate. I kind of bumping them down to tier just because of that. But unfortunately for blue and yellow Pikmin, winged Pikmin are just really fun to use, and I like them. Yeah, I mean, it's simple as that. They're really bad in 3. You can only get, this sounds silly. Oh, I don't, it's just a tier list. My PayPal gets linked in the chat by a bot every few minutes. But I can link it right now. And just donate here with the message, like the link to like the one you want to suggest. There you go. Yeah, purple Pikmin in 3 are pretty bad. They're only used in the bonus mode, and they're just used like kind of like take up less Pikmin to carry things back, and that's just not that interesting to me. I feel about the same about whites in 3 generally. I really like red Pikmin and Pikmin 4, actually. They do get combat outweighed by purples and rocks again. But what they do is they finally give the red Pikmin like an additional use. There's these like burning pine cone things all across 4 that only red Pikmin can use, and I think it finally kind of completes their like game design a bit by giving them like additional use like that. And I think that's really fun. Yellow Pikmin are okay. They might be worse. They get rid of a few things they have done from 3, and electricity's not that threatening anymore still. I'd probably put them there. Blues are super okay in 3. I mean 4. Winged Pikmin get introduced really late into the game. You won't get a ton. There's a lot more water areas early on in the game, so blues get a lot more use. Unfortunately, I still think they're lacking a bit of like an interesting like secondary use that I would like to maybe see them consider someday for blues, but like they're pretty good. Purples are still busted in 4, but they're a lot less busted. They nerfed them a bit, which I think makes them a bit more usable. They're not the be end all to like every situation anymore, which I think is great. I think whites just might be C forever. I feel C about them again. Rocks get nerfed a bit in 4. They get rid of a lot of the like crystal-based enemies you would use them against, which I think is a bit unfortunate. But I still like rock Pikmin. I still think they are more interestingly designed than like purples. They fucked Wings up so bad in 4, dude. The pathing on them is awful. They can't do like any like fun skips anymore. Like the main design use for them feels like completely lost in 4, and they kind of feel like there because they need to be there. Like because every Pikmin was gonna be there, so they had to include Wings. But like I feel like the dev team didn't really have much use in 4. Ice Pikmin are fun. I like Ice Pikmin a lot. There's maybe a debate to be made they're a bit overpowered, but I find their gimmick so like fun and interesting that I almost don't mind it. Like, cause Purple Pikmin's overpowered gimmick is ultimately not interesting. It's like you chuck a bunch of purples and they make a big slam and do a bunch of damage. It's pretty basic, but I think Ice feels a bit more realized to me. Is it overpowered? And Glow is basically just the one mode, but I like the design, so they get to be an A. Alright, there's my Pikmins. Do you like my Pikmin? You like my Pikmin? You have any questions about the artist? Any questions about the artist? Okay, we'll do one more tier list, and then I'll try to get some people in to help me with the Dragon Ball one that I've been thrusted upon me. Give me a second. I'm just gonna post the 2 recent tier lists we did. The Discord. Pikmin. 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 Okay, let's think of one more fun one to do before doing the Dragon Ball one.
An opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of tweens. An opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of opinionated man doesn't.
Still open. It's still there. Beckoning to me. Alright, let's see. We can do a Super Mario one. Oh yeah, let's rank all 1,420 Super Mario characters for the Schaefer-less video. Yeah. Yeah, we can do this. We got time. I got time. I did a whole video mainline Mario, so I don't need to do that. We can do Mario characters with SML, SMG4, and here's Johnny. Everyone? All of them? The Smurfs? These aren't the fucking Smurfs. This is someone's like Undertale AU. What is this? Where are the Smurfs? These aren't the fucking Smurfs. Fuck off. Let's see. I'm just scrolling around to see what would be fun. Maybe okay, we're doing too many media. We're doing too much media. We need to like rank a real thing. Okay, let's do like food. Let's do like some food stuff. Talk too much about like cartoons and video games. We can do fast food. Oh, I guess I've already done this. Well, there we go. There's my fast food tier list. Did you like it? Did you like my fast food tier list? I did. Okay, what about candy? Let's go like the food section. Food and drink. Yeah, we can do candy. That'd be fun. There you go. I feel like I don't do. Wait, let me stretch. Oh my god. I'm an adult at this point in my life, so a lot of the candy I get at the gas station is usually just like a chocolate bar. So you're gonna see a lot of chocolate near the top. I'm like looking at this, like, do I like candy that much anymore? I used to like, even like earlier, like last year, I was getting like sour gummy worms a decent amount, but now like I don't eat those anymore. We could do a grandma tier list. There we go. Okay, my favorite things to get at the gas station are when I get like a candy, is like Milky Way, Kit Kat, and there's 3 Musketeers. I guess this is it. Yeah. These are the 3. These are the 3 candies. Like, I'm at the gas station. I want like a sugar thing. I'll probably get one of these. Let's put all the bullshit down here. This is all the bullshit candy. I'm an adult. I'm getting all the stuff I don't want to eat anymore. I didn't even want to eat Hit Bar in the first place. This is way too much. Don't want an Almond Joy. These are nothing. Pez's are like toy candy. Pop Rocks are for babies. Probably don't want that. There's so much shit candy. There's a bunch of shit down here. There's like too much candy. It's like a toy. Like, I don't want a cigarette candy or a Pez candy or Pop Rock. These are toys. If I want it sweet, I'll eat one of these. Orange slices are shit candy. Fruit Gushes is not a candy. That's a fruit snack. Maybe it is a candy, actually. Actually, Twix is S2. I'm just getting like all the absolute dog shit candy out of the way. I think that's like everything I would just not eat ever. If you handed me, like, no thank you. I don't like Milk Duds. Don't get Milk Duds out of here. I don't like Lemon Heads. I don't like these. Okay, there we go. We filled the D tier list up. Let's go. I don't like Sweet Tarts either. Okay. I think we filled the D tier list up. I don't like Lifesavers hard that much. I do like Lifesavers gummies a bit. Like, if I need a gummy candy sometimes. That's kind of like one I don't mind. I think of all gummy candies, if I'm getting a gummy, it'd usually be a Twizzler. I do like Twizzlers a decent amount still. I don't like Warheads. Airheads are like if you hand me one, I'll eat them. But like, there's a lot of candy that like I wouldn't like eat if you like I wouldn't like buy it. But like if you handed me it, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I'll take a bite. I think that's what C really is. Like, this is stuff I would never buy. Like, if you handed me it, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I kind of feel the way about gum, just gum in general. Like, I don't really buy gum. I don't really like to buy gum. But, you know, if you like hand me a piece of gum, like, I'll eat it. Ring Pops are kind of fun still. I don't like Fun Dip. Fun Dip's too much for me now. Same with this. I'm like noticing more shit candy I don't like. I used to really like Sour Patch, but they might be too much for me now. Probably put them in B for all the memories. I do enjoy York. I feel like the problem with York, though, is it's like so little bang for your buck. Like, it costs as much as like any other candy bar, but like you're getting so much less. And I feel like a bit ripped off when I get a York. Jawbreaker. I'm like looking at the Jawbreaker and I'm like thinking of like how like Edna and Eddie would like kill a man for one of these. I'm like, is it really that good? And then I have to like be realistic, like, no, as an adult, I probably would not want a Jawbreaker. I don't like Crunch either. I do not like Crunch. Look at this fucking D tier. Good lord, I feel like the fucking like mean adult character in a cartoon right now, putting all the like fucking candies in the D tier. Oh, I hate Crunch, I hate Fun Dip, and I hate Sweet Tarts. I really like York. Mike and Ike is whatever. That's again like a candy if you like lollipops too. Like I would never like buy a lollipop, but like, you know, if it was like a lollipop like in a bowl somewhere, like my workplace. I'd be like, okay, yeah. C tier is the dedicated, like if somebody handed me it, I'd eat it probably. Probably same with M&Ms and jelly beans. Hershey's, I'm putting in a respectable B. I don't think I would. Hershey's is not something like I ever feel the need to like want to eat by itself, but it's an important candy, right? Because like combos Like, you need like a very boring standard chocolate bar to put in like your s'more. It's useful for that. That's Hershey's like main use. It's a good combo candy. I don't like this either. Cookie dough bites are pretty fun. Like in terms of like a fun candy. No, it's a fun. In terms of like fun candy, I like cookie dough bites. These don't really get sold anywhere in movie theaters though. That's the problem. I've never been to a gas station and seen this. Keeps are not very good, but like I liked them as a kid, so I'm putting them in B for like the nostalgia. Snickers is alright. In terms of gummy candy, I think Starburst. If I could just like buy the problem with Starburst. The problem with Starburst is you have to like get them in like the small wrappers they all individually come in, and like that's annoying to me. If I could just get like a jar of Starburst, just already all unwrapped, I'd maybe like it a bit more. I don't like the process. Like, it's so much extra fucking trash you have now. It's like with all just fucking so much extra little wrapper trash. Take it out of the wrapper. I don't need that. Put it like in a bag. Just put it like all in a big bag. I used to really like Swedish Fish. I don't think as much anymore though. But like in terms of gummy candy, it's pretty good. Probably wouldn't buy gummy bears anymore. Sour Patch Watermelon was my go-to when I was a bit younger. I don't really eat it a bit anymore though. I like Reese's. I don't like Whoppers. I don't like Nerds either. I don't like Reese's Pieces. There we go. We filled up the fucking D tier list. I actually used to eat Laffy Taffy a decent amount, and my reasoning for that, I'm gonna put it in B, is that it's so cheap compared to every other candy. There's like that like long stick of Laffy Taffy you can get for like 99 cents. So it's like if I need sugar, that's like some bang for my buck right there. But I need like some like sugar. Am I in a sugar mood? Like 99 cents for like a long strip of like Laffy Taffy. I don't know the difference between these two Skittles. I mean, Skittles in general is probably gonna be. There we go! The grumpy adult streamer ranks candy and hates all of them. It's such a funny looking tier list. Oh, let's rank candy. Oh wait, I forgot I hate all candy because I'm the mean adult now. Okay, give me 1 second. We have 2 ally ship tier lists. One of these I can do myself because it's Simpsons characters. Hold on, I'm gonna add some people real quick and see if they would be interested in something. And then we'll do that. You forgot one? That's his Skittles again. I don't know the difference. And while we wait for that response, I can give you a...
Opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of tweens. It's like
7. You settled army against those who are me. You 3 took. 3 took. The opposite of forgive. Yet I forgive.
You 3 took. 3 took the opposite of forgive. Yet I forgive. Okay, well I added some people on our Discord server if they wanted to help. I haven't got a response yet. Doing this dang Dragon Ball allyship tier list. Put the homework gif on screen that Seep sent. Let me on call, I'll help. Yeah, no. Oh, never mind. Rose is already in call waiting for me. Okay, there we go. You got like one person to help. Give me a second. I'll be right there, Rosa. I need to post the horrible woman hates candy tier list in the Discord. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down a bit. Actually, that's fine. Hi, Rosa.
Hi.
You ready to help me with this? Because I don't know anything about any of these guys.
I do.
It kind of feels like a error to send me this, but you know, I'll do it.
Don't worry, you have a Latina girlfriend. I can help you out here.
Yeah, how that works? Yeah, how that works, Goof?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
Alright.
Give me a second.
Being so mean. I'm falling Homer.
That, like, 4 out of the 5 people I asked said like they couldn't. No, it's just you, Rosa. This is we're speeding through this, by the way. I don't want to spend like an hour on this because this is like my stream and I have no opinion on this. We're speeding through this. Like we're getting on our Sonic car and we're gonna spend like a second per character. You're going to tell me your instant opinion on like every character here as we do this. Let me get the tiers set up.
You're cutting out for me, dear.
I'm sorry. There's not much I can do about that.
What does that mean, Niall? Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, last one. Oh yeah. Okay, let me share my screen to you.
Yay!
I think going forward, and I hate to say this, I don't think I can have to do something like this every time. So, just two things about like submitting tier lists, maybe. So maybe consider who you're submitting the tier list to. Like, think about things I've talked about before, and you know I like, and like have my own opinion on it. Like the broad things, like food or like movies from like a notable studio. That's fine, but like maybe in the future, be a bit more careful about specific, like very specific things like this. Because I might just like not do them going forward. Because I don't know. I have no opinion on this, and it feels weird that I'm hosting. It feels weird that I'm hosting this, I guess, because I have nothing to say. Okay. Rosa, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Teen Goku, what is he?
He's an ally.
Okay.
He doesn't understand, but he's an ally.
Alright, base Goku early.
LGBT character. He just doesn't know it.
Okay, base Goku parentheses mid.
Same thing, actually LGBT.
Okay, SSJ Goku parentheses also mid.
Ooh, SHA, if we're taking mid. Messy LGBT character.
Okay, base Goku parentheses end.
LGBT.
Okay, SSJ Goku parentheses end.
Let me see. LGBT.
Okay, SSJ2 Goku.
Ooh, that's a lot to think about. Super an ally. Definitely ally.
Okay, SSJ3 Goku.
He learns a lesson.
He learned a lesson? Okay. Vegeta
Yeah.
parentheses Scouter.
Actually homophobic.
Actually homophobic. Ryan, this is unacceptable. You have to weigh in. I don't know anything about. There's like 2,000 characters on this list. I know like Mr. Satan and like Boo and like the two girlies. What do you want me to say about Samba Man? I don't know who this is. Great name, Vegeta. What is he all about?
Great, actually homophobic.
Which the stream was about damn Grape Ape. Am I right? Or am I right, everyone? Hold on, show me Grape Ape. Show me Grape Ape. Yeah, baby! Yeah! It's Grape Ape! Yo, dude, it's Grape Ape! Dude, we do a Grape Ape tier list, though? Base Vegeta, parentheses early.
He's a fake ally.
Okay. SSJ Vegeta, parentheses early.
Yeah, he's still a fake ally.
Okay, Super Vegeta.
He gets really homophobic.
He gets really homophobic. Got it. Ryan couldn't stand like a cool anime fan for 1 minute before she looked up a cartoon ape. Alright, man. What about Base Vegeta?
Base Vegeta. At the end? Oh, okay. He learns a lesson.
Okay. What about SSJ Vegeta? And
Messy.
Messy queer?
Yeah.
Right, SSJ2 Vegeta, parentheses end.
Yeah, messy.
Okay. Majin Vegeta.
Actually homophobic.
Okay. Base Vegito.
Homophobic.
Okay. Super Vegito.
Fake ally.
Okay. Super Gogeta.
Oh. Ally.
Alright, give me a second here. I'm making a new tier. There you go. And you see, y'all begged me to have an opinion. No.
Okay.
Y'all begged me to have an opinion on something. I have an opinion on something. Are you happy? Here's my opinion. I have an opinion on something. It's my opinion. Okay, base sword Trunks.
Oh, base sword Trunks. Ooh, he's still figuring out. So as of right now, an ally.
Okay. What about SSJ sword Trunks?
Ooh, SSJ sword Trunks. He's now figuring out. He's in it. He's pretty messy.
Okay. Messy queer.
Yeah.
What about base melee Trunks?
Ooh, messy.
Okay. But SSJ melee Trunks?
Messy.
How many versions of this guy could there be? What about Super Trunks?
He's still pretty messy.
Okay. What about Kid Trunks? Is he messy?
No, he's an ally.
Oh, SSJ Kid Trunks.
Actually homophobic, but he just says a slur one time.
What? Did it happen? Did he actually say a slur?
But he didn't know what it means.
He didn't know what it meant. Are you like in the show for real?
No.
That was like telling Lou and like Don I'm pronouncing things wrong. But no, if they wanna judge me, they could have come in here. But Lou is playing Deadlock because that's all she does. She's not here to help with my Dragon Ball tier list. What up, Base Goten?
Base Goten ally.
Okay, SSJ Goten.
Still an ally.
Okay, what about Base Gotenks?
Ally.
Okay, SSJ Gotenks.
Ally.
Alright, what about SSJ3 Gotenks?
Fake ally, fake ally.
Fake ally.
Sure.
I didn't know there was a difference between these two. What about Piccolo?
Piccolo, messy LGBT character.
Alright. What about Piccolo fused with Kami?
LGBT.
Okay. What about Nail?
He learns a lesson.
Okay, what about Krillin?
Ooh, ally.
Okay, what about Yamcha?
Fake ally.
That's not very nice. What did he do?
You just want to watch people have sex.
Okay, what about 10?
He learns a lesson.
Okay, what about Chiatsu?
You know, he's potentially like wanting like fast food, or it's just like that. So I would say he's learning.
This guy is learning. Okay, got it. What about Yajirobe?
LGBT.
Alright, I have an opinion on Master Roshi. I think he needs to learn a damn lesson. Okay, what about Mr. Satan?
He's an ally.
Hey, Goku, I love the queers. I'm friends Majin Buu. What about Videl?
Lesbian. LGBT.
Okay. What about Bardock?
Okay, now this is very difficult. He learns a lesson.
Sorry, I just real quick. This chat combo with the username Caucasian Pomni says, "Can Roshi be a problematic butch lesbian?"
No.
I think that's maybe. I'm gonna pin that maybe. It's a really good just chat comment, like name pin. Okay. Okay. What's Bardock's deal?
Learns a lesson.
Okay. What about Raditz?
He dies before he could learn a lesson, so he's actually homophobic.
What about Ooh, this song. What about Saberman?
Homophobic.
Oh no.
Homophobic.
What about Nappa?
Ally.
I'm glad he's an ally. What about Frieza Soldier?
Homophobic.
What about Q?
Straight up calls Vegeta the S word every day.
Oh my god. What about Dodoria?
LGBT.
Okay. What about Zarbon?
Messy LGBT.
What about Super Zarbon? Sorry, Super. He left for some reason.
Learns a lesson.
What about Guldo? Is that how you pronounce it? Guldo?
Yeah. This is tough. I'm gonna have to say fake ally.
Okay. What about oh, go on.
I want to say Goldo is just like he'll say anything at the moment.
Okay. What about Recum?
Raccoon. I think he's still learning.
He's still learning?
Yeah.
Alright, what about G-Ice?
You know, he's in between, like, not realizing it. So, messy LGBT.
Okay, what about Birder?
He's waiting for Jace to, like, realize.
So is he gay?
Pretty messy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Ginyu?
Pretty messy. Ally.
Okay, now, Rosa, we are getting to a very dangerous part of the tier list I'm seeing with all these guys. Just be very careful. I think there might be some like sniper rifles pointed at my head.
Homophobic lesbian.
Do I make a new tier for that?
Make sure it's purple.
Okay. Okay. Just all of them? Okay, King Cole's a different guy. I know that. What is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's such a situational ally.
He's a situation. So is he a fake ally?
I think he's just homophobic most of the time.
He's just homophobic. Got it. What about Dr. Jiro?
He's like old, actually homophobic.
Okay. I didn't know there was an ad for 19.
Homophobic.
Okay, what about 18?
Ally.
What about a 17? Okay. What about Android 16?
Ally.
What about Cell first form?
He's he has no opinions.
Okay. Well, I think like not having like being like a sideline to LGBT issues is kind of homophobic. So.
Yeah.
What about Cell second form?
Actually homophobic.
What about Perfect Cell?
LGBT.
What about Super Perfect Cell?
Messy LGBT.
Get a baby? Cell Junior?
Yeah, so Cell Jr. is an ally by default.
Oh wait, I'm doing the screwed face, like the. Okay, what is he again? Sorry.
Ally.
Okay. What about Spoopofich?
Pokovich. Actually homophobic.
What about Dabura?
Fake ally.
Okay, I just want to get a good look at this next character real quick.
Sure.
Would it be like controversial or perhaps even mean to say that this character is like kind of like if a ball sack came to life?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're fine for it.
Bobbity toilet. All right. What is it?
Homophobic.
Okay. Majin Buu. I'm friends with Majin Buu.
Ally.
What about evil Majin Buu?
Learns a lesson. No, wait, actually homophobic. Never mind.
Dude, I hate to see him like this, man. I hate seeing him like this. What about Super Buu?
Learns a lesson.
What about Boo Tanks?
Learns a lesson.
And what about Buhan?
He's like temporarily like a lesbian. Gohan.
Oh, okay. What about Kid Buu? What is this like doing? He's doing here? Like he's like, hey, is he gay?
He's homophobic.
What about Super Garlic Jr.? This sounds like the name, like if you buy like one of those like 100 games like things, it's like all bunch like NES ROMs, Super Garlic Jr. would be on there.
Dr. Really? Yeah, ally. He got me my estrogen.
Oh, that's good. What about Turtles?
Homophobic.
Is he a separate character from Goku?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
It's just that low-class Saiyans have, like, similar hairstyles.
Similar, okay. What about Lord Slug?
Homophobic.
Okay, what about Giant Lord Slug?
Fake ally.
I'm glad he's upgraded at least a little bit. What about Cooler?
Homophobic lesbian.
Homophobic lesbian. Okay, I'll believe you. What about Final Form Cooler?
Same thing.
Okay, what about Metal Cooler?
He stops being anything.
I don't know where to put him then. You know, I think not being anything is kind of like being homophobic. What about Android 13?
Actually homophobic.
Is he a trucker?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of
He
funny.
calls drunk like a slur.
Oh, that's not nice. What about Fusion Android 13?
He's still homophobic.
What about Diane? Diane, I need to know. Am I a good Goku? Am I a good Dragon Ball? Diane, I need to know. What is he?
Fake ally.
Okay. What about full power Bojack?
He's like floating in the water, slowly drowning. He's like learns a lesson.
Okay. What Janamba?
Doesn't know anything.
What? He becomes this?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What is he?
Janimba, doesn't know anything.
Okay, if they don't know anything, they're homophobic to me. Like, if they're not out there supporting their sisters, their brothers and sisters, then, I mean, what's the point? What? Papillon?
LGBT.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. What about Hura Degron?
Ally.
Okay. What about Base Broly?
Ooh, base Broly. That's a lot to think about.
I got a lot to think about.
They'll figure it out. He's an ally.
Okay. What about SSJ Broly?
Ally.
What about LSSJ Broly?
Ally.
What about Base Broly Super?
LGBT, lesbian Broly.
Oh, is this the one you lick your lips at? This is
Yeah.
that Broly? Okay.
Yeah.
What about SSJ Broly Super?
Lesbian.
Okay. What about SSJ Broly's full power parenthetically super?
Messy lesbian.
Okay. What base Goku parenthetically super?
LGBT.
Are all these Gokus the same? Can I just put them all in the same tier? Like every Goku up to like Ultra Instinct? Are they different?
Okay, every Goku. But yeah, every Goku.
Okay. What about base Vegeta super?
Messy.
Messy, okay.
Next, the rest are same for the rest of Vegeta.
All the Vegetas, okay. What about Vegito?
Ally.
Okay. What about base Gogeta?
Ally.
Alright. What about SSJ Gogeta parentheses super?
Ally.
What about blue?
Gogeta.
Blue.
Yeah, ally. Now I want to retract on Blue Vegito.
Okay.
He learns a lesson.
Okay, good for him. What about base Future Trunks?
Messy.
Got where everything is. Okay. What about SSJ Future Trunks?
Messy.
What about Android 17 parentheses super?
Oh, definitely LGBT.
Okay, I believe you. What about Beerus? I know him.
He's like the gay uncle.
He's fabulous.
He's the bisexual uncle.
Okay. I don't even need to ask you about Whis. I've seen the damn
Yeah,
cartoon.
of course, no.
I've seen the damn
Embodies
cartoon.
stuff.
Okay. What free? Okay, sorry, I forgot. Put all the freezes down here. What about base Kaba?
Base Kaba, ally.
Based on what? What about SSJ Kaba?
Ally.
Okay. What about SSJ2 Kaba?
Ally.
What about Hit?
Let's hit. A lot to think about. He learns a lesson.
Okay. What about base Goku Black?
LGBT.
Are these the messy guys? Hold on, wait, no. I know these guys.
Yeah.
I've seen the Yaoi. I know these guys. Yeah. Okay, what about this cartoon wolf character right here?
Fake ally.
Okay, you're fake out, right? What about Roizia?
LGBT.
What about Pakumisa?
LGBT.
What about Ribrian?
LGBT.
Okay. I know these girls. I've seen them on my website. I know where they go.
Yeah.
This one's angry, so she's messy.
Mhm.
I seen them from the cartoon. What about Analeza?
Actually homophobic.
Oh my god. What about Discipo?
Homophobic.
Topo. His name is Topo? I wonder what he does.
Yeah. Ally.
I feel like I'm looking at this character, and I haven't heard his voice before, but I feel like I could voice him. I could be like, Goku, it's me, your grandpa. But God, Topu. Tapu.
Ally.
Okay. Jiren.
Now, Aiden like pointing his Aiden gun at me. I'm like wondering, should I? Messi.
Messi? Okay.
Yeah.
Jiren is a big booty Latina in my mind. Alright. Thanks, Caucasian Popney. What about base Goku GT?
Now the Goku changes a lot. It's still Goku at the end of the day. LGBT.
Okay. I believe you. What about SSJ go to for these go GT? Hold on.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Okay, sorry. Also, okay. What about SSJ3 Goku GT?
Ally.
Alright. Go to SSJ4 Goku.
LGBT.
Alright. SSJ4 Vegeta.
Messi.
Alright. What about SSJ4 Gogeta?
Messi.
Alright. What about Pan?
She's still figuring it out. For now, she's allied because she has two moms.
What about Oob? Or Ub? How do you pronounce it?
He's like, ooh.
Oob.
He's kicked Boo after he learns a lesson, so he learns a lesson.
Okay. Majub.
Ally.
Okay. I just real quick. This upcoming character list. Baby Vegeta, Super Baby 1, Super Baby 2, and Great Ape Baby. That's awesome.
They're all homophobic.
They're all homophobic. Got it. Alright, Sin Shenron. Ally?
Yeah.
What about Omega Shenron?
Ally.
Alright. And then finally, what about Mini Goku?
Ally. No. LGBT.
Okay. There we go. We did it. Rosa, thank you for coming in and helping me with this, because I would have not been able to do this whatsoever at all.
Of course.
Don't worry, chat, though. Next is Simpsons characters, and I'll have an opinion on that. Alright, I'm gonna leave the call now, Rosa. Thank you.
Me too.
Love you.
Here. Take care.
Bye. Climb the mountain. I did. Okay. I'm letting Lou and Don see this so they can get mad at me. Alright. Just a second here. I'm gonna let the people of... I'm gonna let everyone know we're doing Simpsons now, because that's something I think everyone needs to see. It's important. I have opinions on this. I'm a bit of a simp head. A simp son. Bum, bum, bum. Peak incoming. You know it. You know it. Okay, let's get the Simpsons ready.
Man, opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of tweens. It's like
Okay, I get the Simpsons. Turn that off? That wasn't very nice. I need to find a good list. Oh, this is like when I was ranking how much I like them. It's like episodes. Okay, hold on. I think actually it's like a good list of characters. Yeah, I think this covers about everyone. Got Ooter on there, that's all that matters. Okay. I smile whenever the unopinionated men clip appears. It's actually awesome. Thank you. Okay. Give me a second here. Oh, I need to. Oh, I'm figuring it out. Alright, here we go. It's the first real tier list of the night. Okay, this is when women become womaner. Agnes Skinner is a fucking insane one to start with, first of all. She's probably a bit homophobic from what I've gleaned of her. I forgot this character. I don't remember this character, honestly. I know them like from crowd shot, but like I forgot their like name. He looks like he's scheming. He's probably like a fake ally. Boo is an insane one to start with. I feel like there's nothing here that isn't gonna be a bit insane. You know what? I think who's ever done anything that seems like homophobic? He's probably an ally, you know. He probably welcomes all queers into the Quickie Mart and all that. Okay, Sky Reporter News Guy. I think he might be gay. That's just the vibe I get. Artie Skip, this is him, right? I'm not, like, confusing him with anyone else. This is, like, Marge's ex-boyfriend. I'm 99% sure. He's fake. He's fake as hell. Barney, look at this fucking image. Are you kidding me? There's queer study analysis happening within this image. Alright, Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson is a fascinating character. The rank here. The Simpsons has done so many, like, time skip episodes. Like, so many, like, episodes, like, looking at potential futures. Bart is, like, a character we could, like, write a book about. For, like, this. I think Bart is figuring it out. I think Bart is gonna learn something about himself. I don't know what. I don't know what he'll learn. But he'll figure something out. Bart is gay. They tend to make Lisa more openly LGBT, but Bart is gay to me. Don't have queer man. I don't know. It was just stupid. Alright, Doctor's wife. She's like barely a character on the show. She's probably fine. I feel like this is a character from like a later season I forgot about. Like, I don't even know what he's like a combo character. Don't kiss a girl, man. I don't even know. I'm just gonna put these guys at the bottom. I don't even know what to say about them. Bleeding Gums Murphy, I mean, he's probably an ally, you know. He seems like he gets involved with, like, you know, crowds of people who, like, are bit of the outcast society, you know. I think he understands. The three-eyed fish might be a bit homophobic. We might need to, like, talk about that. Oh my god. He was at Stonewall? The fish? Dude, Sideshow Bob. It's a bit messy, man. Although, maybe he's homophobic because he's trying to kill Bart. And Bart might grow up to be a queer man. You know, it's something to consider. But I think for now, I think there is something going on with him. That's Minerva, the actual person. I don't want to rank the real person. The Hillbillies. God, what do you even do? I feel like putting the hillbilly characters in actually homophobic is like a really boring stereotype, so it's funnier to me if they're like just like passionate allies. Oh, I forgot to put learn a lesson! No, we need to learn a lesson. I forgot to learn a lesson. That's an important tier. A lot of Simpsons characters have to learn a lesson. There's gonna be a lot of learning lessons on this tier list. Cletus is an ally and Brandine is more homophobic. That's a really just like great combo of words. Bumblebee guy. Bumblebee guy has a wife, so you know he's a bare minimum he'll only be bisexual. It's a really funny combo of words I just said. I feel like Bumblebee man is a TV person now, right? He probably maybe fakes it a bit for like the like audience support. Mr. Burns. Oh my god. Okay, where's Skinner? We need like Skinner. Not Skinner. Why did I say Skinner? Mr. Burns. I need Smithers. Where's Smithers? Smithers and like Burns we need to talk about at the same time because there's like tragedy happening here. There he is. Of course he's. I mean, like, well, first of all, I mean, he's like, just look. I feel like, you know, Mr. Burns probably is a bit homophobic to some degree, but like, that's so interesting. I feel like the ads, like, I miss the Simpsons. The Simpsons made like a queer character so messy, like I like kneel to them. Like with Smithers, like I kneel to them. And I feel like him being a bit actually homophobic like adds like some of the sauce happening here. Like this man who is like, you know, in terms of like the Simpsons in universeness, I feel like Smithers is considered pretty handsome. Like, you know, he could get it. And like there are episodes where he like gives up on like Burns and like he finds people pretty easily, which I think adds to the sauciness. Like he's going after like the worst guy ever. Like he could get someone easy. He's a nice guy. He's a handsome man. I don't know. I think that's beautiful. Carl, where's Lenny? Where's Lenny? They're in ABC order. I mean, you can't have one without the other. They could make a really horrible joke about this image they use of Lenny. A really bad joke. Crazy cat lady? Didn't she die at some point and they just brought her back? I like watched the Real Gyms on that recently, like of like Simpsons characters like dying and she like got killed off and then was like brought back. Allies, some of her cats are gay. That's pretty good. Okay, hold on. Where's Skinner? We need to do these guys at the same time. I think Skinner is figuring it out for Principal Chalmers, and I think Skinner might feel something towards him, and I don't think Chalmers like would like bring the feeling back around, and like that's a bit tragic. I think to some degree. Cletus is an ally. Would comic book guy even learn a lesson? I think he might learn a lesson. I think he would write an episode. There would be an episode where like he doesn't like the ships like on Steven Universe, and then he like watches the cartoon and learns to like learns like the beauty of like LGBTness from watching Steven Universe. He goes, I've learned something today. I've learned that I love the queer community. Thank you, Steven Universe. Still thinking about comic book gay. Is that just Ruth Bader Ginsburg? This isn't the usual Judge character. I'm gonna put her down here. I don't think I need homophobia anymore. I don't need my homophobia. When comic book guy learns to like stop being like homophobic or a fake ally, he stands up and goes, I don't need my homophobia anymore. Cookie Kwan, she could be gay. Why not? Fucking, what is his name? Like Calculator? Like something like that. Isn't this Matt Groening's like least favorite character? Doesn't he hate like Point Dexter over here? This is a child. You can figure it out. Disco Stew is fruity. Yeah, we need to like all the bully characters at once. Where are they? That's Dolph. There's you. Where's Kearney? Is Kearney Jr. on this list? I don't think he is. We can't rank Kearney Jr. Okay, I feel like they all need to be different ones, because like that adds to it. Okay. I think Kearney's an ally and he supports his gay son, Kearney Jr. I think he's gay. I'm looking at him. I think maybe he's figuring it out still, but I think he will be gay. I think he needs to learn a lesson. I think that's what I'm going for here. Jimbo Jones is a hard ally. You think so? I don't know. I feel like he needs to learn a lesson because he's the bully character. Maybe I'll come back to that. Dr. Nick's a fake ally. It's like he's like kind of a fraud. But no, he's a nice fraud though. We need to be honest. We need to be honest. He might be lying about his whole ally. I think he's like bit of a fake ally, but like he's not like an aggressive fake ally. You know, the boxer character is probably an ally. Duff Man. What do you even do with Duff Man? I think it's funny if some Duff Man's figured it out. I think Duff Man like looked himself in the mirror and thought about things for a bit. Yeah, Chief. I think he's gay. Like, of all of them, like the three cops, I think he's the gay cop character. Fat Tony. I feel like the thing about Fat Tony is like a lot of the times is like he's a bit more sensitive. Like that's kind of the joke. And I almost feel like the idea like he's like actually like just like a great supporter of the LGBT community is like a joke they would do on the show. Like I can like picture that. What about Fit Tony? This could be Fit Tony. No, this is Fat Tony. This is a classic season episode screenshot. That has to be Fat Tony. This can't be Fit Tony. Professor Frink. Dear Lord, where do you put Professor Frink? I think he's a smart, well thought out guy. I think he's an ally. This baby's homophobic. Okay, wait. Why is this character's name escaping me? I've like joked about him so many times. Gil, hold on. I need to find a picture. Where's the gay Gil? Where's gay Gil in the mobile game? Yes! I found it! It's gay Gil! 150 donuts! Woohoo! There we go. That's gay Gil. That's God. Grandpa Simpson. Would it be bold to put him in messy LGBT character? They've said so many things about Grandpa. I think you could like raise an assumption. This is an ally. You're so right. I believe you. I can see it. Hans Moleman. Hans Moleman might be gay. They've alluded to the idea of him like being interested in men, possibly. Hold on. Where's her husband? We need to do it at the same time. Yeah, where's Reverend Lovejoy? It'd be funny if he just wasn't on here. Like, that's like the one character they forgot somehow. Where is he? He's gotta be on here. Am I going crazy? Okay. Mayor Quimby. That's Q. They not have Lovejoy? Or be L. L for Lovejoy. That's probably what they're going for. Is he not on here? I'm gonna go crazy. He's gotta be on here. That's like a notable character on the show. Lou? I don't think he's on here. That's fucked up. I was gonna like talk about them together. Anyway, I think she cheats on her husband a bit. That's what I'm going for here. Bottom row? Oh, there he is. I think he's straight-laced. He might be actually homophobic because he's like a priest. But I think she cheats on her husband a little bit, and that's like the sauce. I think she acts like she's like of the church and like agrees with her husband, but then she like goes out with the girlies and they get a little close and intimate. That's my thought, at least. Herb Simpson. Unky Herb. He's a fake ally. I wouldn't even put him. They had to stop using him because he tried to murder Homer. Maybe he can learn a lesson. He is like conservative, I think, canonically. So I don't think he's figuring anything out. I think he knows. No, maybe he is just homophobic. He might be evil. Dr. Hibbert, he gave me my HRT. Homer has learned the lesson. That's like literally an episode of the show. Homer will learn his lesson, don't worry. He will learn his lesson, but he needs to learn it still. I think she can meet a beautiful woman. I think she's a bit messy, because she smokes in the classroom. Itchy and Scratchy theme here is insane. I'm gonna put them both in messy LGBT character. Dear Lord, Marge's mom. That's a weird one to rank. She might just be truly neutral, I think. I think we need a truly neutral tier for her. I was gonna try to, like, avoid that. I think she might truly and utterly be neutral about this, though. What is Marge's mom's personality, even? She's like a character. Real Jim's, I hate bringing him up over and over again. But he's one of my favorite YouTubers. He, like, brought up... She's like a character he's surprised they haven't tried to kill off because she doesn't do much. And she'd be like, maybe you could make like a story out of that with her dying. But maybe they're just like, maybe just in case we want to use her someday. Janie. She's nice. Maybe she's fake ally, because she's like a fake friend to Lisa sometimes, and Lisa's gay. Where's Lisa? Lisa's queer. But where's Lisa? There we go. I think he's figuring it out. The journey never stops. He's like mean to Bart. This is Reverend Lovejoy's child, right? Yeah. Bart, he's figured it out. This is a later season character, but I've seen him. He's in the Garage Sale musical number, and I can look at him and I know what's going on there. Kudos and Kang are lesbians. If you've watched the Futurama crossover episode, there's a scene where what's his name from Futurama says, "Okay, the woman can go first," and they both go forward. Just remember that. Probably a fake ally. Dear Lord, Milhouse's father, pathetic man himself. I think he needs to learn a lesson. I think he would learn a lesson. I think Milhouse will be gay. That's what we're going with. Milhouse is gonna he's figuring it out right now, but he will be gay. Kirk will have to learn a lesson. I think she meet a beautiful woman. Milhouse trans femme. There is at least one future timeline where he is. Yes. They've done many future timelines. There is at least one where Milhouse is a girl. I think she's figured it out. She's a character I'm some of these are jokes, but he canonically hooked up with Patty. I'm pretty sure. Okay, hold on. That changes everything. I was gonna put her in figure it out because her whole thing is like figuring things out in her life. I thought that'd be interesting. But if she hooked up with Patty, hold on, that's interesting. Krusty the Clown needs to learn a lesson. Homer and Krusty are learning lesson characters to me. I know this character is gay, canonically. This is a teenager girl. She's probably figured out a bit. Blue-haired lawyer might be actually homophobic. I just get that vibe. Okay, these are the mobster guys. I don't remember which one's which. One of them's Johnny the Squealer. Again, the joke a lot of the time with the mob characters on this show is they're pretty sensitive, all things considered. Oh yeah, which one of them goes, "That's a fluid gender"? One of them says that. Bart's classmate characters. Dear Lord. I mean, they're probably nice kids. I think it's a bit saucy if she's a bit homophobic. Oh no, she's fake. She's fake ally. Oh my god. I think he has to be fake because his whole thing is that he's just putting up an act constantly. And I think he'd be like, "Mr. Simpson, I heard your son Bart has faced some homophobia lately. I am just appalled. I think we should do something about this, right?" Lou. Officer Lou. He has an ex-wife. Cops are a bit bastards, but this is cartoon world. Can I prep for bed? Love you, dear. Oh, love you! Love you, Rosa! I think he might be another neutral. Luann Milhouse. That's her. That's their last name, Milhouse, and Milhouse's full name is Milhouse. I feel like she's a bit more figured out herself than Kirk. But she's a bit mean. Her and Kirk are both kind of bad people in a lot of ways. I don't think she's homophobic. She's probably, she might be another neutral, honestly. I don't know if she, well, hold on, maybe it's interesting if she's the ally. Because I feel like in the Milhouse coming out episode we're writing, there needs to be someone in Milhouse's life that's supporting them. For the hypothetical episode I'm writing in my head. Because in this episode will take place after the episode where Homer figures it out, and Homer can also help Kirk work through this. You know, I've really written an episode here, and they're gonna hire me for this. Chef Luigi. This is like a nothing character. This is like a strictly a gag character. He's probably a bit fruity, though. Lunch Lady Doris. She's probably an ally. I don't know. She tries to cheat on Homer with Homer. But, you know, she's probably okay beyond that. Maggie Simpson's a baby. What? Wait, hold on, no. Maggie Simpson needs to be figured out. You know, Your whole life you spend figuring it out. She's just a baby. She's figuring everything out. You know, she'll put the pieces together when she's like not a baby. I like barely remember anything about Apu's wife. I'm just gonna put her in neutral to be safe. Marge Simpson is the realest ally of all time, okay? Marge Simpson, if one of her children came out to her, she'd be so wonderful about it. She'd be like,
oh, that's wonderful. Oh, we can go shopping together, and we can get some pride flags for your room. Oh, I know where to get some. They sell some at the Spencer's.
none of that picked up on the mic, probably.
Just because you're a lesbian doesn't mean you're less of a being.
Where's the scene where Bart asks if he's a butcher, and Marge says, you can be
Anything you want to be.
I'm glad that picked up. Oh, he's definitely figuring it out. I don't think he's fully pieced it together yet, but he's gonna piece it together. This guy might be homophobic. I'm putting all the characters. Matt and Grady hate this character too. Okay, Bessie LGBT. She was the one. They were cheating on their husbands together. That's the lore here. Bart is another future trans joke character. Makes sense. Simpsons does so many like time skip episodes. Like I feel like 50% of the kids have probably been transgendered in some of them. This is a queer character to me. I don't even know if he's messy. I think he has his whole figure. Oh, no, hold on. I'm like, I think he's neutral LGBT. Mo is messy. I'm just thinking of that clip where he goes like, I was just wondering, can I kiss your bellies? Homer's mom. I think she, just like Grandpa, I think she also explored other women's bodies. Mr. Teeny? Isn't Mr. Teeny like, oh no, yes, Mr. Teeny has gay sex on the show. Mr. Teeny had gay sex once. I remember this. There's at least one episode where he does. He's the bottom. He's canonically a bottom. I remember this now. This is, Mom. I'm right here. I like... Ned Flanders is like another character we had to like write a book about. Mom? Your mom? My mom? You know who else is ranking the LGBT Simpsons characters? What do you even do with Flanders? This is like layers to this. Like, I think he needs to learn I think I want to go homophobic. I think he would learn a lesson. I feel like him being actually homophobic is like maybe like unfitting to his character. Like, I think if he was like just like horrible and mean, it wouldn't feel right. But I think you know, as a Christian man, like as a very Christian man, he has his biases he needs to work on. I think Nelson is figuring it out. I think like all the Simpsons children are just figured it out except Lisa. Wait, no. He's gonna figure it out though. The fucking college dork characters. What if they're homophobic? I don't know. No, hold on, that's boring. Maybe they're polycule. That's what we'll go with. That's more fun. Old Jewish man. Some of these characters are like they're one joke. I don't know. Maybe he can learn a lesson. He's neutral. I don't think he cares about anything. Otto. You don't know Otto like I do. Okay. She's an ally, and she just supports her lesbian sister. These are the right ones, right? I got these correct. Or are they swapped? No, wait, are they swapped? Sorry, Patty and Selma. Got them flipped. Okay, I thought I did. Sorry, I had a moment of confusion. Fake fan? I'm gonna cry. Fucci needs to learn a lesson. Mayor Quimby's probably homophobic. I get that vibe. Anything I just said makes sense. Lapse in judgment apology coming. Krusty's dead father. It would be too late for him to learn a lesson. I'm gonna put him neutral. I feel like we don't know enough about him. Oh my god. I feel like... Ally? I almost feel like, you know... Like, I feel like my mind is like, he's gonna grow up and like, oh, he's gonna be a little gay guy. And it's like, no, he's, you know, he's not, but, you know, he's an ally. Rod and Todd. I feel like they've done, like, these two growing up to be gay in the future episodes, like multiple, not gay with each other, obviously, like, they're just gay in general, or, like, transgender. They've, like, played with that multiple times. And I feel like that's just right. I feel like that makes the most sense for, like, character trajectory in my mind. The judge character. Has he been homophobic before in any of his rulings? Something to consider. This is messy. I think she wanted Marge. I put like so many like the 40-year-old woman characters in messy. I know what I'm about though. Apu's brother character. I don't know. That's neutral. Is Wiggum on the list? I think he's just the bottom because of the ABC order. He's right here. Santa's little helper. Have they made any jokes about Santa's little helper being gay? That feels like something they... Oh no, they did! They did! Where's the Santa's little helper, like, gay dog parade? We need to find it. Yes! I need to send the full thing where, like, Santa's little helper is, like, looking, like, really intensely. I need to find the full thing. After this clip, Santa's little helper, like, starts, like, panting really hard. Like, he loves this. The dog is gay. We're gay. We're glad. But don't tell mom and dad. I wish the full clip was in this GIF. This is a great image, also. The way Bart's drawn in this one is so good. Just, where is he? Okay. Miss Wiggum. They did an episode with her fairly recently, didn't they? She was like kind of like a crook back in the day. It's a bit messy. She might be a bit messy. The captain, the sea captain. Have they done a dedicated episode for this guy ever? I feel like he's been around for like since day one. He still hasn't got his own episode. He's an ally. I believe you. I believe you, Steve. The sea captain is woke. He's figured it out. They've made gay sea captain jokes. I trust you, honestly. I trust you. Sherry and Terry. I feel like they have to be different. I can't rank them separately. I'm putting them in neutral just because I can't rank them separately, but I feel like one of them, you know, one of them is going to be gay, and then one of them is going to be like feel weird about that. Maybe one of them's an ally. I feel like they had to be different. Snake. Messy. Snowball. They don't like less jokes about Snowball. They like jokes about Santa's little helper more than they like jokes about Snowball. Maybe he learns a lesson. No, the cat. He's an ally. Yeah, he probably loves his gay owners. Or she does. I don't remember Snowball 2's gender. Squeaky voice teen. He's gonna figure it out. Trust me. Rick's texture is probably a bit homophobic. I mean, just the name. There's another Don guy, and they're all allies to me. Oh my god, Troy McClure's fake. Like, that's just the truth of it. Where do you put fucking Ooter? Who do you... This is a great image of Uter to use, first of all. Uter's gotta be figuring it out.
I might be gay. I could be queer.
This is a... whatever. You made a toy of this guy. Did you know that? You can buy a toy of him. Oh my god, Chief Wiggum. Maybe he learns a lesson. I think he could be a lesson character. Right. That could be something. I think Willie's an ally. Cause he saves the day. Did you all see, like, the Simpsons, like, villains thing they did with, like, the Disney villains? Like, they put, like, Willie with, like, the Simpsons villains. I think they put him there just because of the Treehouse episode. But it's, like, funny, because he's just, like, not a villain to me at all. He's like, fairly, like, decent as, like, a person in Springfield. Funny just seeing their next, like, iconic villains like Agnes Skinner. We're gonna not, like, love them miscarry. Is this the yes guy? Is this the guy that just goes yes? Let me double check. Okay, it is. We're just double checking. Okay, most of these at the end are, like, real people, or people I don't really have any thoughts on, honestly. But just kind of throw these guys in neutral. He's a movie star. He's probably a bit fake. Now, hold on, they forgot an important character. How can we rank LGBT Simpsons characters without just Stamp the Ticket Guy, who is canonically gay? You think I was gonna go without just Stamp the Ticket Guy? You think I would do this? There we go, now it's complete. I feel like the Simpsons, like, I feel like the SpongeBob, episode with Squidward the nose, like, there, now it's perfect! Ryan, you should look at the Wiki Simpsons LGBT character list. I'm gonna look at that right now. Let's do that real quick. I feel like if I just, like... It's really said Wiki Simpsons. Let's go to that one. Oh, this is awesome! This is only Homer's fantasy. Addie, formerly closeted. Ellen DeGeneres! I mean, yeah. Guess so. Let's see. Verity Heathbar. Paula. Oh my god! Is that a freaking butch lesbian in The Simpsons? That's awesome. She's in Simpsons Tapped Out and she's alive. Miss Risotto is the mother of Luigi, and she loves women. That's awesome. Megan Masson. Okay. Johanna. Okay. Miss Viola. That's pretty cool. Hinted to be a lesbian. Peppermint Patty? From the Peanuts? Yeah. I agree. Valerie. Aw. She's non-canon. Martha. Oh, Martha. I hope things work out for you. Openly gay characters. I love how much longer Smithers is than everyone else. John. He's the one from, yes. Homer Sovia. Roscoe. Oh, Roscoe's gay? In the gay closet. Huckleberry Hound? They got freaking everyone in this show. Gay Latino man. That's great. Comic book gay? I forgot a comic book gay. This is the gay cousin of comic book guy, graphic novel kid, and collectible pants dude. I love these are all from different episodes, by the way. These are all from different things. Dewey Largo. Oh yeah, that's not a surprise. Hinted to be gay. Lenny Carl. I like how this is the same with their names swapped. There's another gay Carl. Oh, there's Sea Captain. He's implied that he's homosexual in the game Simpsons Tapped Out. Rod and Todd Flanders. Disco Stew. Cameron and Kyle Wolfencloth. The cool moms except Marge. The cool moms are all bisexual except Marge. That's good to know. It's important for later. Nigel.
Nigel's bisexual.
I like the Lady Gaga's here. Hinted to be bisexual. Edna. When Ned Flanders presented his Edna, among them was Patty Bouvier, Helen Lovejoy, Dumb Man! Okay, huge. Sideshow Bob. I'm not surprised. Captain McAllister. Okay, yes, we discussed this. Hans Moleman, Santa's Little Helper, Ralph Wiggum, Milos Van Houten, Martin Prince, Lisa Simpson, Shauna. She invited 200 boys and 7 girls to make out with her. Transgender. That's great. Needed to be transgender. Helen Lovejoy, Waylon Smith Jr., Francine Simpson, Martin Prince. Oh my goodness. This is the awesomest Wikipedia page ever. Okay, we can do one more tier list. I don't want to go too long tonight. This is supposed to be just a simple, fun one. Let me check if anyone else donated for anything. Okay, now that's all the donations. We can do just one more for fun. I almost joked about doing multiverses earlier, but like, I don't think anyone would care about that whatsoever. Like, just rank the characters that are in the game. Just look around real quick. I'd care. That's nice. Woof, a cartoon dog quiz. I've done Adventure Time characters before, like on stream. There's too many fucking tier lists of like cartoon hottie waifu characters. You only need one. Somebody already made one. You don't need to make another one. I don't. It's not like the fact you can't make one. It's just like if somebody else already made one, you don't gotta make another one. South ships. Oh yeah, man. You know me. I love Craig Yen. All of Doofus Mercenators. Cartoon Fathers be fun, but 200 is way too many right now. And also, there's some fucking nothing guys on here. They just put random guys on here. You don't have an opinion on, like, his dad. You don't. Shut up. I just will do multiverses. You know what? I feel like, based on how much I think they should be in the fucking game. Apparently I've done this before. Was I right? Do you agree? Just all the damn characters. Really, I put these all in S earlier. Okay, I'm gonna rank these guys based on how much I think they should be in the like how, I don't know, just anything. First of all, I'm gonna start with this. I think it's weird Taz is in this fucking game. I feel like Taz is a Looney Tune, like, peaked in the 90s, and, like, he hasn't been relevant since, really. I feel like he was really popular in the 90s. I don't know, Taz is, like, not that interesting of a Looney Tune to me. I feel like all he does is scream. And spin, and that's nothing to me. I think they mostly put him in because, like, his shape is interesting, I guess, if that makes sense. And, like, that's, like, a fun aspect of him, but I don't really care about him being in this game. And Bugs Bunny's the guy you gotta put in this game, right? Like if you were gonna make this game, you'd put Bugs Bunny in, you fucked up big time. Gizmo, I'm gonna put Gizmo in lower than Stripe. I think Stripe makes a bit more sense than Gizmo. You know, as a fan of Gremlins, as a Gremlins fan, I love those movies. I think they were insane to put cute characters from Gremlins in this game. the Zoomers playing this game were probably lost why this got 2 slots on the roster. I think they were right for doing it, though. I'm gonna move, yeah. Stripe makes a bit more sense. They fucked up Banana Guard so bad. I think Banana Guard is like conceptually a funny concept to like put like in this big crossover with like all these like iconic characters. But I don't think that was executed well, because Banana Guard in the cartoon Adventure Time, the whole joke is like they're pretty just like normal guys, like they're just like normal incompetent guys, and their like delivery tends to be like kind of like very like, oh hey, how's it going? Hey. And, like Multiverse is like a fucking meme character. Like they keep going, oh yeah, banana power. Uh-oh, here comes my banana punch. Like they keep saying they're fucking banana. Like that they don't ever do that on the show. I don't know why they roam like that. Black Adam was fucking stupid. All the Adventure Time guys should have been in the game. I think Black Adam is funny just because, like, they've added a few characters for promotional reasons to this freaking game. Black Adam's just, like, so stand out because there's so many other, like, DC... This game is fucking addicted to DC characters already. There's been 1 per fucking season already. Like, Black Adam is already just, like, you're pushing it, man. You're pushing your luck, Scoob. Put Shaggy in C, because I think Shaggy's funny, but I think his stupid meme set's a bit lame. I think the idea of him being like the Ryu of the game is kind of cute, but I think it's stupid. They based him off a meme, like primarily. I think Morty's a bit of a stupid, like a wasted character in this game. Morty in this game feels like they had like leftover ideas for Rick and just put him on Morty. He doesn't feel like really inspired at all. Like I feel like if you could cut a game from this character from this game the easiest, I think it would literally be Morty. I don't think he really adds much, and his kit's kind of a mess because of that. It's just a jumble of random shit. Rick himself is fine. I mean, I don't really like his cartoon all that much, but you know, he should probably be here because he's popular. I like Garnet. She's my favorite character in the game to play as, so she's good. Garnet was always like the character. There was like if they were making another Cartoon Network fighting game, I'd want Garnet to be in the most. Now she's in Multiverses, which is a game I think is okay. That's cool to play as Garnet. I'd put Velma in S, maybe at some point, but they like ruined her a bit. I still like that she's here. I think that's a fun, inspired choice. But they kind of fucked up her moveset a bit because she was a bit too good during the beta, and now they nerfed her so hard she's not good, which sucks. Tom and Jerry are cool. These guys are all cool. No. I feel like I need to say Rain Dog for last. Marvin's kind of like, besides Daffy, the Looney Tunes character I would say to put in the game. Like, it would probably be like Bugs, Daffy, and then Marvin. I'd probably put Daffy in before Marvin still. But, like, I think Marvin's aesthetic is a bit more interesting than some of the other Looney Tunes characters, which I think makes him a bit worthy pick. I don't care about any of the DC characters. Put them all in B. I don't care about Game of Thrones even a little bit. Iron Giant is hypothetically a neat idea, but like this is the thing you run into sometimes with stuff like this. I think people get mad if you have the discussion at all. It's a bit of like when you remove like the artist intent from a character, because Iron Giant's whole thing was he's supposed to be peaceful, and you know, Brad Bird's intent was he was based on the gun that like killed his sister, and like what if the gun had feelings kind of situation. And I know, like, I know it's like not that serious in the day, but it is something like I do think about a bit. With like that removing any sort of like intent of the artist for the sake of like a big crossover event. I don't think it's malicious or evil at all, and it's like a neat character concept for a fighting game, but it is something that is always going to be at the back of my mind a little bit. Also, they like have to nerf him every patch because they keep fucking him up. Jason's a really fun one. I'll probably put him in like S. That's a fun one. Beetlejuice of all the like the promotional characters they've done is probably the best one. I think he's got a more interesting aesthetic than like Black Adam. Matrix guy is pretty alright. Okay, Steven I'm putting in C, not because I don't think he should be in the game, but the people who write this game, I feel like they hate him a bit. He just says so much stupid shit like friendship power. I feel like they hate him. Like, I don't know, I feel like the only person who would write Steven Universe saying shit like friendship power or whatever is someone who has like contempt for the show and the character. And they're like mocking him. LeBron's whatever. I mean, it's funny he's in the game, I guess. It's neat. I think he actually has a pretty well thought out moveset, all things considered, honestly. Alright. Can I just say, why did they make Rain Dog? Rain Dog is really funny. Because I think he was partially put in the game. So they needed like another support class character. Because this game has classes. I think they didn't have enough ideas for support characters. Because I think early on it was just Velma, Ismo, and Steven were the only other ones. I feel like they just needed a dedicated support character, so they made one up. And now the support class is out of the game. And now there's just forever this one fucking ugly ass dog in the game. So stupid. I don't know, just the idea of like playing this big crossover game with all these iconic characters, and you pick the stupid like gacha game looking dog. He's not even like a cool original character like those Marvel vs. Capcom games would have. He just kind of sucked. Alright, there we go. This is my multiverses tier list. I'm sure you all cared so much about that. Alright, I think that's it for the night. We went about 3 hours. That's about how long I wanted to go for this. Let's see who's streaming. Let's see if we can raid someone and I can feel cool. Oh, there's a lot of people streaming right now. Who's someone I haven't streamed before? I've streamed. Oh, there's a lot of people streaming right now. Oh, no, my god. Oh, my god, no. Someone I haven't streamed before. It's double, I've streamed. No. Oh, there's a lot of people streaming right now. Oh, no, my god. Oh, my god, no. It's like layering. Okay, I don't want to do Will. Not because I hate Will or anything, it's just I only ever exclusively raid Will. I need to do someone else for once. I've raid Will, Sox, and Dynamo before. Raid Star. There we go. We need a raid message. I just realized that. Like, we don't have a raid message. We need like a funny one. What's something funny I did tonight? Everyone tell me something funny I did. Wait, I got the raid message. Hold on. I'm gonna get the raid set up and then I'm gonna type what to type into chat. Okay, hold on. It's going to be this. This is the raid message, everyone.
One opinionated man doesn't stand a chance against an army of tweens.
Is that a good raid message, actually? I feel like that's confusing. Hold on. Maybe you should do the other thing he says. You three took the opposite of forgive, yet I forgive. Sucks too. I feel like these all like are funny to me, but like I'm thinking of the idea of just going to someone's chat and typing these things, and like how confusing it must be. Maybe I'll put the Homer in front of it. Well, I think we can make this work if we make it clear that Homer's saying this. Like, okay, this is the right message. Is this anything? Is this a good raid message to do? Alright, there's the raid message. We're gonna do that. Thanks for coming tonight, everyone. Copy that right now. Okay. Next stream, let me double check. I think it's going to be Disney sports games. I'll have a backup for that in case it doesn't work, because it will require Dolphin, but I really want to do that.